Oi, oi. Flat Earth British, Martin Liedtke speaking. Good to see you guys. It is Solstice, and it's a Solstice party. We're going to celebrate life. Celebrate good times. Come on, with Marticus Von Shutyatrap for today. Let's see what's happening on my comms. Yeah, there was a bit of a delay on that then. So good to see you guys. This is going to be absolutely epic. Oh, I'm in my bedroom chilling out today, as you can see. Or loosey-goosey. So how are you all feeling? I love solstices. It's the longest day of the year, isn't it? Or groovy vibes floating around, I guess, somewhere. Yeah. Well, this is what we're going to be doing tonight. Now, this show is not going to go the way you think. According to the, looking at the title, The Burning Bush, The Deadly Elegance of Tataria. This is actually a really interesting decode. And the correct data, I think. And also this week, I did a video concerning glass windows and a decode on the properties of windows, which I thought was, a good decode, but I had a bit of a problem with AI, had a bit of a meltdown, and Panic at the Disco. It's all over with now. We'll see what happens next upload, but I read all of the stuff about it, and it's just, I was, thanks, Suzanne. Yeah, man, Suzanne. Slush, innit? It's comfy too. It's pure soft. Yeah. 7-0, good to see you. All right, let's welcome a few. So before we start, we're going to have some Martin's philosophical thinkings, Liedtke's philosophical thinkings. Okay. We're going to have a Wiggley flat thumb. And we're going to have a Flat Earth British Martin speaking, because it says on my cup. So it must be true. And I'm not AI. So, wow, I've been discovering some crazy things about what is to come with AI. Oh my days. Wow, that's going to change everything. Anyway, so when you come across the correct data, it resonates with you. That's how you know you've touched upon something. You get a buzz, or something hits you more, in a deeper, more primal place. It's like, oh, maybe that's going on. So I'm just going to start this vlog with my philosophical thinkings. So it's this. What if day one hasn't actually started yet? And what I mean by that, we've all just encountered AI, and how AI operates is we feed it the information, it gets smarter, and some sort of accurate representation of what reality is. Apparently. Okay. Have you ever played the game Civilization? Well, you start from the bottom up, don't you? And you build a civilization. Well, that is exactly what has been going on. And it's like they've forgotten how to build a civilization. Now, what if we are giving AI the data to build the civilization to prepare us for day one, when everyone starts acting right, weeding out all of the crazy, because that seems to be what's happening in this place is literally what I can see is just it's entrapment. They're just giving everyone enough rope to fucking hang themselves. People, if they're ugly, narcissistic in nature, and they're exhibiting that in fucking public, which they are doing, by the way. We got a massive, one of the biggest in Europe, gay pride in Cardiff at the moment. They cut off the entire city. I can't even imagine. Poor normals walking around there. But yeah, that is just like another aspect of society that is, we'll look at a little something to do with that, how times have changed and how history has changed a little bit later. But what if it's us that is feeding the data, that is feeding the simulation? Because at this stage of the game, from what I'm thinking at this moment, I think it's definitely a simulation. And the way AI is, getting smarter as we feed it, well, yeah, that's what we've been doing all along, isn't it? Feeding our phones all the data about ourselves, and it's been learning and learning. And now there's this new weird paradigm being rolled out, and everyone's just like, wow, what do we do? There's a lot of fear tied around AI, but it will change everything in society. What they are promising and what they are saying that is available if you have enough money through AI is just, people are not going to want to go out anymore. They're just going to do what they used to do in the past and chill the fuck out. That's what they're going to do. So day one may not have started yet. When we're prepared, then ping, day one starts. Who was that there? A lovely jubbly off, Dwight. Thank you. I do appreciate that, Dwight. That's really good. D-dum, D-dum, D. So let's welcome a few of you. 166. Right, we got a special show tonight because it is Solstice. It's going to be a juice fest. That's the only way I can put it. It's going to be a flat earth British love-in, because we're really good at doing that. We're the best on the internet of love-ins, because that's what we do here. And, oh, a lovely cup of tea. And the juice will overflow. So yeah, that Windows one, I might roll that out at the end of this post. But today, we're going to talk about this. Up in smoke, that's where my money goes. So, yeah, burning bushes. No, it's nothing to do with Moses, and it's nothing to do with burning cannabis crops. They don't do that anymore. So Victorian, or as we regard it, Tartarian crinoline was worn by, you could call the upper crust, the elites, but it was not a lower class sort of thing. It's a middle class to upper class sort of affair. The deadly elegance of Tataria is what we're going to talk about, right? This is a fiery tale of fashion, danger, and deceit. Because what I think is going on is I think there's been a deliberate and ongoing, as I'm going to get to, and you will be surprised, and we will learn a lot together, but you will be surprised by this post, of weaponizing clothes. Weaponizing clothes. I think they've been doing it in the past. Deadly clothes, deliberately set to fail. You wouldn't even believe how many people died in clothing fires in the past. And we're going to touch upon some of them as we go through some famous people too. I've gone up in a puff of smoke. Apparently, it's really hideous death as well, because this material sticks on them. It's a bit like napalm death. And I love the smell of napalm in the morning. So, yeah, this is going to be a funky show. We got vintage photographs. And because I've been like crazy collecting, I've got thousands, hundreds and hundreds of new and juicy and highly interesting images that you want to see before, and we're going to learn a lot together. Now, does this not sound like a fantastic package to do on your solstice flat day night? It is. It's, a little wind is just blowing up now, and it's been really stinky hot today, so I love it myself. They have cream for that. Yes, Brody, that joke's already out there. So is, goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire would be more appropriate in the modern day, wouldn't it? Oh, Ring of Fire, the Ring of Fire. Subscribe to Squizzle Sniper's channel. There he is there, my old mate, Squizzle Sniper, Nathan. Kind of scares me. Well, this is something that is happening, is the fear wrapped around it. So it kind of scares me. My school district pushing to use AI, since they say kids are using it anyway. It makes perfect sense, doesn't it? You know, AI knows everything. Teachers are limited, and a lot of them are like proper liberal commies and stuff. They were in my day and age. In fact, me, she used to break out the guitar, my hippie teacher. She thought she was Mama Cass, and we all had to sit around singing Kumbaya fucking yeah. Oh, it was like torture. But I did really like Miss Thurston. She was very, very pretty. But I was only about 5, so there was that at the time. So, but I have fond memories of my hippie teachers. So Estelle Hom, but don't let it scare you, because basically it is going to lay a lot of people off. But the idea is, I think, guys, is that we're not going to be around to enjoy it. People are missing. Tracy Warner. And it all started, the strangeness, didn't it? 2020. It's like, whoa, you got to be fucking joking. This is mad. And then, like, the world just fell to pieces after. It's been the last 2 years, hasn't it? Like, after all lockdowns ended, people are like feeling around in the dark. Oh, what do we do now with this new norm? And I don't know. It's not about me. I'm sure there's all lessons to learn or something, whatever. Love, love, love. Pig dog's loving on you. That'll do. It's better than wah, wah, wah. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Yeah. It's probably the best philosophy, Kathy, actually. I'm a lover before a fighter, but, you know, I'm not going to have anyone try to hit me or anything, because I've got survivalistic male instincts. So there's that. Southern Ontario Sasquatch. Love the Juice Fest. Oh, it's going to be brilliant, Sasquatch. I got everything ready for you. Ellen Gavin. So yeah, it's a little like, what? So the first thing I thought from the perspective this week is I thought I'd been like taken out, and it's just like plagiarizing and replacing my voice, which it could happen. You know, somebody could set up a channel, fucking AI bollocks, and just repeat my stuff and then push by YouTube because it's like all the money's being filtered back to them, etc. Really so super duper greedy. Marshall, good to see you, Marcel. Good to see you. Yeah, it's gonna be juice fest. The juice will overflow. Freshly squeezed, non 33 orange juice. We don't do 33 orange juice here, guys. We only got a 32 for you, okay? Sorry, no Illuminati confirmed. Doesn't even add interest if I say that I am. But there you go. Greta Williams. Dean HD. The game ends when all the resources run out. Well, it won't run out, mate. I reckon there's infinite space in you. I think that's like the scarcity model is what they keep promoting, isn't it? There's more. No, Truman, it's all been discovered. Well, I think there is more real estate. I think there's a lot more. And I think there's a lot more resources. That's why they don't mind polluting the shit out of this place. To be honest, you know, if you think about world leaders, if they were thinking they were on a globe with a thin blue layer and they keep putting shit up in the air, obviously it's a finite time before everyone just stifles to fucking death, isn't it? So they know, the controllers, that there's infinitely more space and more air blowing in. So this is why they don't give a fuck about pollution. That's what I think anyway. But I think, you know, that's in a physical sense. I do think we are in VR. I think it's self-teaching. I think we're teaching it. And I think that when it's all ready, because you don't want a next realm all like full of fucking basket cases, do you? That's going to be annoying as fuck. So, yeah, there's a great purification process going on. I'm loving it. Jubez in the house. Good to see you, my friend. And Brody, and yeah, so gather up. I'm going to start sharing pictures soon. I've got a lot to share with you on this awesome night. You glad to be alive? We might not be. Do a bit squirrel. Yeah, man. For 20 it squares. It's 11th strain. Lazy Z, good to see you. And Dwight, just do me a solid. And Kay's in the house as well. Oh, no, that's real. I'm in my bedroom, Kate. Yeah, I got Anime to bed. Fuck yeah. That all poured out on my mind. I had a fantasy and it just materialized. That happens all the time. AI smart enough to protect its program through any means. Well, somebody's putting parameters on it because there's certain things it's not allowed to say. And there's certain things, narratives that it runs along with zero evidence for. You don't need me to tell you which. All of them. Where do you want to start? Geology, in heliocentrism, evolutionary ideas, all of it, unfounded. Ellen Gavin, good to see you. God, I sounded super duper Welsh there, didn't I? Yeah, I don't think the Palestinians are happy about the way things are going with, like, you know, I don't even know if it's actually really, really popular, homosexuality in these Palestinian places. Don't think it is. I think it's a bit frowned upon or kept underground or whatever. Yeah, that'd probably be really rare to have a woke person in Palestine, wouldn't it? You know, probably about as rare as a pig farmer in Israel, for example. I doubt there's any of them. No, there probably isn't any of them, is there? Yeah, so that's very rare. That's as rare as rocking our ship. Shit. What epic time we are alive, aware, seeing through the... Oh, do you know what, Square? Love you, brother. That's what I mean. That's what's so exciting. Guys, you've been on this journey with me. We've had all the fucking weirdness and shit in the world. And look how far we've come. Look how far we've come in the last 5 years. Yeah, we're realizing the MK Ultra. We're realizing that they've weaponized YouTube to get under your skin. We've realized that we don't have to do that. We're smarter. We've realized that we can stand in our own sovereignty and be all powerful. And we don't need other fuckers to make us feel good. We don't, guys. We can feel good in our own inner self. Yeah, I feel groovy. And I'm just going with that. I've got everything I need. I'm groovy at the moment. I'm healthy, except for my fucked up finger. I'm healthy. You can't take that for granted, yeah? Because further on down the road, you know, if things didn't work out the way you think they're going to work out, you'd be begging for this good time back. So enjoy it while you got it. That's what I'm saying. Does that make sense? Fucking it. You know it is. You know it does. So, oh, well, let them all carry on. I don't even care. Because it's all bollocks, isn't it? It's all fucking CGI. You don't even know what's real anymore, guys. It's all AI, isn't it? And they show you anything. I seen like literally bombs going off at Table Mount yesterday. You know, at the church there, and like all the area around there was like devastated in Jerusalem. But in the real world, there's not, because you can go on Wailing Wall live and everything's irie. There's nothing going. So it's just all AI showing you fucking horror shows. That's what they want. That's what they want with weaponizing YouTube. They want to keep everyone on a lower state of fucking fear. Fear about war, fear about nukes. I see people cranking up saying there's going to be a nuclear war. What? With nuclear fucking bombs? Oh, brilliant. Like there's a fucking thing like that. You know, it's just like, just to keep everyone in a fear state, lower vibration, so they're worried, and then they don't, you know, think about, you know, being groovy and getting on with it. Somebody asked me, how do you maintain every day a groovy vibe? Well, I don't. I get all the shit in the world, guys. I get attacked stuff going on and ordinary life stuff, which is never usually, you know, problems like everyone else. But I'm in observation mode, and I see that there's something that I can learn by it. When I just watch now, I don't get involved. I'm letting everyone do them. It's a complete new way of living, and as a result, it's okay. It's good. It's better. It's much better doing what I'm doing now, living like that, and letting it all be instead of being all fucking tied around the axe about this, that, and the other. Let them carry on. Honestly, that's the state I'm in at the moment. It's just let them fucking all carry. If it's real, let them all carry on. They do it anyway. Fucking hell. In my head, see, all of this is the same old narrative that's repeated over and over and over again. It's like rehashing the skateboard and saying in the 1970s that we never had skateboards before, when everyone in fucking Edwardian times is ripping around on skateboards. They just keep making stuff up and well, it's business models, isn't it? They earn money off it. Yeah, we're adding to it. Yeah, it is. It's just it bounces off, doesn't it? Yeah, it's like as the veil like of everything is a lie, really, guys. I know it's a lot to sink in that the paradigm is bullshit and based on bullshit, and none of it is actually real. It's all an illusion, and it's down to you, and it's your mind that's doing it. You can't prove otherwise either. Fucking hell. And then they're bombarding you with negativity all day long. You're thinking about it. Guess what happens? It's mirrored into the world you see, and everything's like shit. Guess who did that? Them. Turn that off. Well, it's like that. Their shit don't mean nothing to me, and it doesn't. The world exhibited out there, it's not a shitty world. It's them that tell you it's a shitty world, and then you see the shitty world. But if you think it's not, it doesn't happen. I can guarantee you, it's mind control. MK Ultra. I wonder if AI, you know, because it knows stuff about MK Ultra. I bet it goes deep into the files. I wonder if it knows stuff like NLP. Yeah, and it's doing stuff with subliminals and stuff. I wonder if it knows all of that. You know, I don't know. I'm just saying it's early days, isn't it? Not saying there's anything nefarious going on just yet, guys, but it's been a tricky week. With my first encounters of this new technology, I'm like, uh-oh. But yeah, they want everyone to stay at home and chill the fuck out. That's what they want everyone to do. Maybe it's just because the sun's going through a change and they want everyone in. I don't know. It's getting hotter and hotter. Everyone can definitely appreciate that. Maybe I'll just carry on getting hotter. Who even knows? Good to see you, Dallas Fowler. Good to see you, Villain. No doubt about it. Not everyone will unplug. Well, me, I like to plug in. Crazy to see so many people sucked into the matrix and MSN. Yeah, it is. It is. They just go like viral, and everyone's gone away with this like negative mindset, this negative mind form that they created, and it's like wow, 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 wow. Is there any truth to it? Well, fucking hell, doubt it. Never is there? You open the window every day and the birds are fucking tweeting. Where'd you see it all? On the internet? On fucking television. Can't believe people are still watching the television. No. That's it. That should be made like a criminal offence to possess a television. I mean, it's a bit of a scruff today. I thought I looked like I'd been dragged through a hedge backwards, Donna Marie, but I appreciate the nice, solid. Everyone around me is completely oblivious to the truth. It's so lonely down here. Oh, Jay, you know, that's what I hate is like, well, not hate, I use another word, I feel. Because, yeah, there's nothing worse than being in a world full of people talking bollocks all day. I get it in my environment. People are talking about bollocks. They're talking about bullshit things that matter about nothing. And it's like listening to, it's just fucking hard. I know, it is. So what you do is you do your inner worlds, innit? Me, I can write a book in my head. I can have a little disco in my head. I can do all sorts in my head. It's fucking brilliant. So yeah, me, it can be all cacophony out there and things carrying on, but in my head, yeah, fucking chill time. I'm in a park. I'm on a beach, sipping margaritas. I'm doing cool stuff in my head. I can do that. Oh, thank you, Marcel. Right, shall we get into the juice? So like I said, at the end of this show, I'm going to show a 10, 15-minute video, I think it is, of my decode. But this is the first decode of the day. This is a goodie. Okay, it's not going to go the way you think it's going to go, and it is all new. Very interesting things that I've discovered. In fact, I've discovered a lot this week, and I read another book last night, but there was only 33 pages. I know, Illuminati confirmed. But the title was really intriguing. I thought, I got to see how this goes down. You'll see later on Images of the Day. Okay, then. I love my head, Jay. We all do, don't we? Happy? Hey, there's that groovy American chick from over the way. Woohoo! Pick it out. Good to see you. And Tel's in the house as well. Tel Davis. Good Welsh name there, Tel. It's good. Checking out the Happy Jay of the Range Redwood. Yes, indoctrinated. It's all mind control. But don't worry, because the more people that wake the fuck up, they want. Ooh, dziękuję. Got the lovely Poland there. Soft spot, big soft spot for Poland things. Oh, it's a matter of perspective. It is a dystopian nightmare, yes, but the countryside's really nice. Go to the countryside. Keep away from them. Fucking hell, I had social distancing sticks years before COVID, guys. Yeah, keep them fuckers away. The vibration's off. It's like being next to a buzzing fucking fridge. And you don't want all of that stuff that comes out of their mind spewing over and seeping into your field. Do you? All that icky. You know? Well, I don't anyway. It's like, get your brain away from me. Run. I talk to myself. Well, who is that talking to you, though, when you're talking to yourself? Because I got like somebody saying, come on, mate. Like, fucking hell are you? Come on, Matt, you can do this. Yeah, all right. Yeah, fucking, I know. Who are you? It's like somebody's like, you know, cheerleader for Martin in my head. Come on, Matt. I got the other side, but I've like literally battered my shadow. Killed my shadow. Yeah. The shadow thing in my head. Still there, niggles away sometimes, but it's more like that basket case now. Where? And then it just like close the basket, padlock, it's gone. Shut the fuck up. It's like, I wanted to get you down today. It's like, yep, I seen that. I recognized it. Didn't work, did it? Happens nearly every day to everybody. Somebody tries, getting in your shit and pissing you around for some reason. I think what it is, if you give off groovy vibes and you go around happy, they're like, oh, what a fucking liberty. How dare they? What gives them the right to be happy when I'm not happy? It's that narcissistic thing, jealousy, isn't it? Especially if you're skanking around looking good, feeling groovy and giving off the right vibes. Oh, it's infinitely annoying to them. Fucking hell, they don't like it at all. It's like, It's like, I know. I can't help it. Ooh, shut that front door. Shut that door. Okay, then, we'll get into the juice. Sun says the best. Thank you. Better than all the rest. Better than eating your vest. In the immortal words of... What would Tina Turner's name be if she was a bloke? Tim Turner. Oh, come on. Right, this is a whole load of bonkers, and you will see, for the obvious reasons, there's something definitely going on here. Ooh. Crinoline. Oh my shit. All right, we're going to start here. You can see these bell frames that these ladies are putting on, and this was around from early 1800s, the early days of Queen Victoria, up until even the late 1800s. Okay, but it did phase out because of the amount of deaths. So the Crinoline Catastrophe, this is, okay, and other deadly designs in clothing. So what you need is you need a football team. Okay, let's just stop here before I get into my written narrative. Okay, you need a football team to dress you, first of all. Now, what happens when you've got a bit of an upset stomach, say, and you need to go to the toilet quickly? What happens when you want to have a pee quickly? People do need to go to the toilet sometimes, don't they? What about, right, sex? Yeah. So for the man, he's got a peel back that big fucking frame thing, and then there's that skirt, and there's another petticoat under there, and there's another thing under there, but another thing under there, and you get down under there, and there's something else under there until you actually get to the prize. Well, you'd be too fucking knackered to do anything by the time you get there. Oh, I'm fucking exhausted now, love. I'm sorry. So yeah, there was a lot of fatalities. It's incredible to think that they made these things so dangerously, almost as if they'd done it deliberately. And there's a lot of things from this period as well that were deliberate from the controllers. So yeah, the Crinoline Catastrophe. So in Victorian streets, you would have heard the rustling, because this stuff rustled, okay, rustling of crinoline skirts. So you get a vast bell, interest in a bell, listen, shaped and made of steel. A steel bell. Okay. And it's stuffed with horsehair. Okay. And covering the horsehair, it's draped in lots of delicate, ultra thin fabrics. So beneath this elegant clothing is a deadly secret. These dresses were death traps. They were always went up in infernos, and they were highly flammable. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. So yeah, so this is the caper where they've got to put all of these. There's a little step ladder, and Ladykin stands in the middle, and you have two people to drape them over. Like I said, number twos, ones, and a quick and a knee trembler. How is this even possible? I was going to say something, but I don't think it'd be acceptable for YouTube, to sort that out. Anyway, there you go. The crinoline of the 1850s to 60s. It changed into, people were getting a bun put on the back called the bustle as well by the 1865. This was thought to be rather risque. Yeah, this was like, yeah, man, you should have seen. Hiya, Maggie. What you doing? What you doing? Oh, magpie right on my window, look. What are you doing? You eating spiders? I'd love to show you. I've got a magpie right by here looking at me. Oh, trippy. Yeah, so the bustle was thought to be a bit risque, a bit like, I don't know, J-Lo's bum back in the day, a big bustle. It's like, she's got a bustle. But yeah, so that was frowned upon as well. You've got a bustle. So there, you sit around like that. Okay, so imagine the streets are full of mud. So you want to get around, you're going to the opera tonight. Okay, so you have to get to your carriage, out to the opera without your extended materials and your metal frame, which is probably going to be struck by lightning anyway, dunking in said mud. So how that's done, I don't know. So yeah, once ignited, guys, there was no burning it out. Apparently, it was really, really combustible. It would go up in a matter of seconds. And basically the bell shape would act like a chimney, funneling the flames up to the faces. Approximately 3,000, more than 3,000 women were known to be killed by crinoline dresses on record. How many? Really? Thousands. So we got a clothing that's taking out a certain section of the hierarchy of society by highly flammable dresses. Okay, so there's been some famous people that have been incinerated. So Fanny, funny name that, Fanny Longfellow. Fanny Longfellow, she was wife of the famous poet Henry Longfellow. We all know Henry Longfellow, don't we? Anyway, she went up in flames when a dress caught alight when she was sealing envelopes. Sealing envelopes, she went up like a ball of flame. And apparently it was said it was a hideous end. So she died really badly as well. So there's that. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. And Oscar Wilde, you know Oscar Wilde, don't you? His half-sister, she went up in a ball of flames at a Halloween party too. So there's other people as well. There's other hazardous clothing. So ballerinas. Do you know many ballerinas got killed? Yeah, and I'm not talking about this because of their terrible shoes. Ballerinas wore a gauzy material in their little bouffant things, and this was treated as well. And the costumes, if they got too close to the gaslights, would often go up in flames. And apparently many ballerinas ran around the stage on fire. A bit like Michael Jackson in the Pepsi tour. Anyway. Oh, come on. Jackson's not dead. So, okay, other deadly garments. Did you know, okay, that linen was a deadly garment? Okay, we're going to get to that in a minute. Green as well. If anything's green coloured, then it is being treated with pure arsenic. And we're going to look at some of these green felt clothes that were very big in antiquity, completely pure arsenic in them, and would be hazardous to the people who manufactured them and the people that wore them. So they knew this in manufacturing. It was marketed as safe and cutchy, no problemos. So mercury laced hat, you all know about this one. I've covered it in the past. It's way back on one of my first videos for this channel. Top hats were stiffened using pure mercury, okay, guys, which would lead to apparently tremors, hallucinations, which was where the phrase Mad Hatters come from. Apparently there were people working in the felting and hattering industry suffered tremors, hallucinations, and all sorts. A bit like the bug spray that you get in Naked Lunch, I imagine. Maybe not. So yeah, flannel net. Now I had flannel net sheets when I was a kid, but I did have this fluffy blanket with motor cars on it, old Model T Fords, and I basically picked all the fluff off it with my mouth. And my mother said I had a little moustache at about 3 years of age. It's like just chewing on a fluff. Some things just don't change. So yeah, 60 seconds, you're up there. So yeah, these, you only believe how many children these killed. I shit if you not. This is like, this has been completely overlooked. It's the hazardous clothing of the past. Internal combustion, cases of people just combusting. Yeah, it was the clothing. They didn't have any pyron switch on and turn them into a big ball of flames. That's not what happened. It was the clothing. And they just sidetracked it and said that it was human combustion, which I don't think it was now. Anyway, listen to this. So flannelette nightgowns, which you're witnessing here, right, marketed as cozy, but they were highly flammable. Many, many children died and caused fires in basically orphanages as well. When they go up in flames, the whole place goes up in flames from wearing them. Also, I'm going to look at some pictures of some Victorian chicks now to get an idea of what Victorian ladies do all day at home on their own. Okay, that's what we're going to think about. And look at all the nice shit and all of their clothing. So yeah, long scarves, long dresses would often get caught in machinery gears. For example, in the paper mill, countless people got caught, dragged in, and mangled. Probably even in the mangle. A mangle can be really, really dangerous. I think I had an auntie once got a titties caught in the mangle. Don't know if that's a true story or just a dirty song I picked up when I was little and thought it was true, turning it around into a convenient truth. Maybe. Don't know. So yeah, this is Britain. Look at this. Looks very British, this, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. It looks very Texan. maybe. But they're having a cup of tea, but boiled in a nice copper kettle, so you get the proper water. Okay. Well, I think there is a twist to this tale. I think it's this, right? These garments were designed and marketed, even though the manufacturers knew that they were dangerous and they killed thousands. But what it did do is it detargeted and eliminated knowledge bearers of Tataria. The Tatarians wore these clothes. See? Nobody said a word back then, but it was all going on, look, guys. They could be twins, though. No, they couldn't be twins, but they are dressed in polka dot and scarily alike. They're then twins out of the Shining film when they grew up. Actually, the time frame doesn't fit. Don't worry about that. Anyway, fires, not accidents, is what I'm thinking. Okay, this is ritual purges. So what I think they did, which I think has been overlooked, and I think that is true, and I think that it does resonate, is that they weaponized fashion. Fashion, the word, has the word fasces in it. Why is the word fashion got the word fasces in it, which we know is the most important weapon in history and some sort of plasma weaponage? Turn to the left, fashion. Turn to the right. We are the Gook Squad and we're coming to town. Beep, beep. So elegance engineered to erase maybe the hierarchy or the, you know, these people. Look how beautiful this is. Can you imagine the light just pouring in? Like I will explain, if you didn't see my video, you will later, about the properties and the experience of what happens to you when you're sat in the stained glass window environment with sunlight pouring in. So happy solstice on the longest day. So the question, I guess, at the end of that little brain spew is, what else in clothing in modern day do they tell us is there to protect us and that they say that is completely safe, like they told them in the past? Probably many hazardous, you know, materials, and I bet you clothing is overlooked in all of this, guys, especially fashion. Have you ever seen haute couture fashion? Really, is there any fucking need? You know, well, loads of elite brats put in like a, I don't know, a typewriter on their head or something, and they're like, oh, that's clever, isn't it? Fucking old Quentin Crisp. It's like, no, it's super stupid and super annoying. Well, it's annoying to me. Other people might like haute couture. I think it's fucking ridiculous, but that's just me. Right. I used to work in an old country house called Porthkerry Farm with old Mrs. Mowat, who used to make us. She was famous, apparently, on the West End. She used to make us beautiful soup and jacket potatoes in one of these. This is an Aga oven, and it was run off gas or oil. She had oil delivered, and oh my God, it warms the entire house. You leave your like stew or your bread and all your goodies. Is that about sunglasses? And fuck off and go mess around in the garden with all your lovely things that you're growing. See how the poppies are doing. Right, bath time. Victorian bath time. Listen, it ain't wrong because this was 100 odd years ago. Okay, they're all dead and gone. This is somebody's great grandmother here, probably, and she's putting in some oils. Not too many layers, and they got a real sponge as well, not them artificial things. I bet there's something going on with that as well. Hairspray. Fucking no, that's got to be lethal. That air spray that you freshen air freshener with, that can't be good, can it? I burn joss sticks. Unless I need an emergency squirt of air freshener. I want that. That's what I want. Look how they lived. They had. Don't you think the ceilings are a bit high for little people, and the windows and doors are really high? It's mad, isn't it? It's like you'd think they'd save a few quid and build it smaller, but no, big, airy, light. And a lot of the plants that I got behind me, like them plants, well, behind my bed, And all of these, hang on, let's have a look at it. I'm looking at what she's doing. Somebody's taking this photo. Lady at home all day. All right. So that's what they do, right? AI's doing everything. So they can laze around all day, take stuff out of the garden, beautiful food on the agger. My mouth's literally watering. I have nothing to eat right here. Got a couple of Rolos. Okay, and they're massive on houseplants as well, aren't they? And talking about stuff. And what are they talking about? They're not talking about the newspapers. They're not talking about how the Boer War is coming along. No, these ladies are not. They're having philosophical discussions. They're talking about things. I wonder what the world really is. It's difficult to say. It's very strange, isn't it? It is very strange. I noticed that what I think actually happened. Yes, I noticed that about reality. It's important to maintain a good vibration, isn't it? Yes, it is important. So, you know, they're all in silks and stuff, just hanging around the house. That's got to feel really fucking nice, yeah, on your skin, instead of all of that. So everything. Let's have a look at their shit. God, it's much better now. It's got a bit of a Texas feel to this, though, hasn't it, guys? So it's hot because they got the window open. Okay. Nice paintings, lovely wallpaper. I like the wallpaper, super trippy. But you know, like their carpets are thick, like shack piles, really deep and lovely. And they got all of the furnishings. And that's a rock. That looks like a rocking chair as well. If you got coasters, it'll dent the carpet. That winds me up. Okay, just go for a walk. I'm just going to read my letters. That's something else we did as well, right? We didn't have texts and stuff. We read letters. I used to enjoy a letter, especially when I was at sea. Letters coming from the agents. Got some letters for you, so I can catch up on what's going on at home. That's obviously not a Victorian lady. So do you know what? You can buy a goat for 40 quid, but I live in a flat upstairs and I wouldn't have anywhere to put a goat. But I would really fucking love a goat. Brilliant, wouldn't it? Imagine taking your goat for a walk. Fucking brilliant. You get a lot of attention, wouldn't you? The women love it. Women would love a goat. And you know what, goats? If you don't give them loves, they cry. They're that emotional. They get bad press because of the devil stuff. Goats are fucking lovely. They cry, guys. Can't even talk about how lovely a goat is. Bats too. We'll be looking at some cute bats later. Yes, I've got a thing for bats. I think these two are lamenting. There was definitely a lot of mental illness and lamenting. That's because people were so lost in this place, wondering what the fuck it was in a post-apocalyptic world. Why is life suffering? Why must I be alone when nobody understands me? Why am I so mental? Let's join a cult. What's that? Well, it's other people, nuts like us, that think the same as us, and we'll all get on together in a nice little crazy gang. Oh, that happens a lot, guys. You know it. Look how many weird cults shit out of the 1800s. You got like Madame Blavatsky. I don't want to say that too loud because she shows up. Them. So yeah, look how high the windows are, and you can just like, you know, walk into that window, definitely stoned and not thinking, walk straight through that plain glass window. So yeah, poor Cinders. Don't worry, Cinders. All will work out for you. In the future, though, it'll be Cinderfella. Things change. She's trying to get into that mirror. See? Oh my God, she got a demon face in the mirror. Dun, dun, dun. Don't be scared. Look at the wallpaper. Stars. It's very haunting, isn't it? All these people. I don't know. I get a haunting buzz from it. I wonder who they are. I do wonder how they think, because they're very, very creative. And, you know, you see that by their handwriting, you know, the literal works of the 1800s. Nothing's been close to them since. Nothing, really. Not really. She's probably reading the Bronte sisters, which is, I have read Bronte sisters, but it's too stylized for my Brian. I like to think deeply. And obscure. So, yeah, in a horror film, this window shuts really quickly. I don't want to tell you what happened. You've seen that film, haven't you? Okay, two more. There's a lot of two chicks hanging around. I'm guessing they're just sisters. But look at all of this. What? all that fucking material. Oh, we got someone who's just on the chaise lawns. On the chaise lawns with a mirror. Fuck all to do all day. Just get wankered. Lay out. I think I'll go for a walk later. Pick some more of them stuffs that I was eating. Tonight, what are we doing tonight? Bridge Club. Bridge Club tonight, yeah. Which is basically a cover story for something else more nefarious in the Victorian era. Oh, yeah. I reckon Bridge Club is a cover. I think there was something else going on. Sitting around playing cards, my house. She's thinking deeply. What's she thinking about? She's thinking I can see a bit on the floor. A bit would drive me nuts too. I can't stand bits on the floor. Just way too OCD for that. Okay, we're going to enjoy some vintage images. Next, after that, then, we're going to look into some flatter day pics of the week, other vintage images, and I'm going to show you a film that I made this week that is only 50 minutes, but it is fantastic. Okay, it is also a juicy decode. Right, you're going to like these images. Not a lot, but you're going to like them. This is highly interesting for this reason. This is Charleston. Charleston. In South Carolina. The thing is, these are in the 1880s, these photographs. See the big fasces? The city was destroyed in the 1860s in the American Civil War. It's all been built back again and everything's groovy. But it is quite a Tatarian feel to the Carolinas, as you can see in the background there. It's distinctly Moorish, that church there for some reason. And that is a big fasces column, which you would expect to see. And a nice Anglican-looking church, which looks like a rocket. And the military academy, okay, which they'll go to. And the fort that kicked off, or one of the reasons the American Civil War kicked off in the first place, is the Star Fort. That is Fort Sumter. The cannonballs embedded themselves in the walls of Fort Sumter. There was quite damaged inside, but like if you look into the damage of Fort Sumter, I got pictures of cannonballs just stuck into it, proving to me that Star Forts were not designed to, protect from cannonball. Cannonball don't even fucking touch these things. It's pain. Woo! Look at you. So yeah, Custom House is a big Greco-Romano building. First story front door as usual, and a whole level low. But yeah, amazing. Did that survive the American Civil War? All of it's been rebuilted. And look at the eagle on top of there. So yeah, I've not been to the Carolinas, but the place is proper hot, isn't it? It's proper hot in the summer. Yeah, it survived pretty well. So it was part of the Confederacy at some stage, wasn't it? So we can see the telegraph has turned up. There's not much going on with the sky. It looks a bit polluted, if anything, or hazy. Oh, okay. Malhoun the Loon Monument in Phillips. So Malhoun, he was a great Irishman, Malhoun the Loon, they called him. So yeah, post offices are always the biggest buildings in the town, aren't they? Which they should be, because postage stamps are so fucking heavy. You need a big building to post them. Post means after. After what? I bet you these were the Revalier points for arrivals when they first arrived and repopulated this realm. What do you think? And that's what they called the post office. They would have Revalier there, signed in, uniforms, off to go to their allotted job if they get one. That makes sense. So apparently, pew, that's a weird word, isn't it? Pew. And they are smelly, then church chairs, if you noticed. It's all smelly. And then little kneel, them little pillows they kneels on. I wouldn't want to touch them if I was you guys. I was thinking today, just for a laugh, of like doing a pray at 3 o'clock, but face the wrong way, face west, just for a giggle. Washington, 1791, and Lee, 1862. That's George Washington and General Lee. Yay for General Lee. Who'd you support? General Lee or Ulysses S. Grant? Well, it doesn't matter because they were both in the same college together and they served together in the Mexican Wars and they were actually friends. As you will find out at the end of the American Civil War, when the surrender goes down in Appomattox Courthouse and they're like all besties together, you know, Freemasonic handshake. Oh, we had a terrible, brilliant time at West Point, didn't we? Slamming one another's dicks in the door. Wah! You know, all that going on. Wow, that's a lot of aerials, isn't it? Not that they probably did that at West Point, but I think it's definitely something that went on in West Point. Anyway, wow. That's a lot of aerials, isn't it? There's no flags happening. Wow, look at that dome. Wow, look at the dome behind the dome. Wow. Charleston, Charleston. Da -na 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 -da -da. Do -do. Come on, never break out on song on YouTube. Da -na 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 -da -da -da. Is that what it's named after, the dance, the Charleston? Fucking is, isn't it? Brilliant dance, that is. Lots of chicks doing the Charleston, me. Woo. Just a bit Romey, doesn't it? It's got a whiff of the Romans. What have the Romans ever done for us? Pringle House. Is that where they invented the Pringle? Pringle is like a pretending chip that is not made of potato. I think it's made of maize. And also a clothing brand during the 1990s. People that drove VW Polos. Well, yes, I think I got an accurate representation of history back then. Thing is now, guys, right? Being like history buff, I can talk about things in the 1970s now because that's like literal history. I've been around a long time too. Wow, look at that temple. So we're absolutely sure that there was no existence of the classical world in America, and it wasn't your world. We're actually sure that there was no Sumer, Egypt, or any of the other civilizations in America. It's a big fuck off continent. It's had it all in the past. It just keeps like resetting, doesn't it? Look at that. Hotel St. John. Something to do with the Knights of St. John. And South Battery. So this is where they were generating all the electricity because it tells you there, look. Well, it does. Ooh, we got Bust of Gilmore Sims. Let's have a little Gilmore of the Sims game. So yeah, this reality is definitely, you know, I was thinking that, you know, I've been thinking we're definitely in purgatory in this hell realm. Yeah, I get that. But you know, how do you turn that into context? Because I definitely think it's a simulation. I've had too much evidence in the last couple of days or week to think that it's not. The day one is yet to start. First, it needs all the correct data, and we're going to provide it. And as soon as it gets all of the correct data ready for the next paradigm, it's going to switch. It's going to switch. It's going to be another world. And it's happened before as well. I know it have. Okay, fresh vegetables. Look at her doing the Carla Miranda. La cucaracha, la cucaracha. Ta 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 ta. It's probably too old for some of you who wouldn't have known Carla Miranda. For you younger viewers, which I doubt, because I'm probably talking like Latin to younger viewers, aren't I? There's the South Battery as well, where they make batteries. Whoa, look at all the knobbly bits on that. Oh, a Huguenot. Oh, well, it should be uglier. Wow, Old Powder magazine. Shit. It's a wonder that didn't blow. So keep your powder dry and your neck swivel. That was a saying they said. I bet it came up with South Carolina. Yeah. So who's your favourite Civil War general? Everyone's got a favourite Civil War general, guys. Read my second book. You'll find out mine. I'm going to roll down, pick a bale of cotton. I'm going to roll down, pick a bale of hay. Oh, Lordy. That's the Thompsons auditorium. Oh, there's auditorium in there. vibes. I don't know. Magnolia Gardens. If that would be beautiful if it was colour. But the thing is, right, guys, that paradigm at that time, I think it was a black and white paradigm. Yeah, I do. I think the world was black and white. I think that they switched from monochrome to colour in like 1965 or 4 when psychedelia came into it and the whole world burst into colour. Before then, it was all greys, and they're trying to do that. Now, I noticed there was about 50 motor cars packed at the crossing earlier. They all looked like the same fucking car, and they all had the same colour. It was silver or black or shit colour, just terrible colours, bland, and lower vibrational thing with them. I didn't like it anyway. Cars used to have auras. I used to see cars. They still do, actually. But years ago, when you used to get old cars like with character, like an old 35S Rover or a Ford Capri. Yeah, let's not be horrible. They had auras. They were human fucking beings like Christine. I mean, everyone named their car. My friends had a car, Betsy, superhuman car. It could repair itself when it blew up. It could repair its own busted tires, just like Christine. Yeah. Did that with power on my mind, he said. I said, you fucking did. It was the car. Don't tell me you fucking say that was the magic car. But yeah, I think we snapped that car. Yeah, we killed the car. We snapped it. Yeah, it's a lamppost on the Grand Avenue, but luckily enough, it was the only metal lamppost. If it had been concrete, it would have died. But yeah, we hit it 75 miles an hour. But the good thing was the car was in 2 pieces, and when I looked behind me, perfectly fine, it was someone's garden. I was like, oh, that's good. So survived that. Didn't die. Okay. That was one of my worst road crashes. I've had a few. I've taken to the air a few times too. Been on fire a few times. Been on a few motorbike crashes too. I've been around a long time, so a lot of things would have happened. You can appreciate that, can you? Okay. Let's think about bunco booths. There's more going on with bunco booths. Check this old picture out of a Kirshner book, and he shows you a mechanism for bunco booths. And as you can see, the Antiquitech, you can see, well, what are magnetic waves of propagation, I should imagine. Is that what that is showing? It looks like. And you can see that there's a lot more going on with the bunco booths that are all over Christendom. You can see this one, fully Antiquiteched. I bet they could have powered themselves. But have you ever seen, I think John Levy talked about this as well, that there's something going on with carousels in fairgrounds. If you spin them, there's mirrors in the middle as well. And if you spin them fast enough, something happens, like in the film Carousel. You ever seen that? I fucking love that film so much. But anyway, it all ends bad. He goes back in time and sees himself stabbing this other guy. Oh, it all goes to shit. But yeah, fucking brilliant film. I love Carousel. I love all them old movies. Brigadoon used to be good as well. I'm not sure if I can actually sit through them now one day. Probably not. No, I probably couldn't sit through it all. I don't know. It depends on the company. So yeah, Antiquitect, just like the greenhouses I showed this week, with energy gathering tech. And I can't believe that they're all just for brass bands to go tiddly on pom pom. I'm in a Victorian Sunday. They are all over the countryside. They're regarded, some of them, as follies, that like we have materials left over from the stately home. So we just built that little pagoda building that you see over there, which I regard as a bunco booth. And bunco booths, this is an idea I got from Paul Daniels, the magician from Britain. I love Paul Daniels. And he had Kelly McGee, so he wasn't like a feely. He was a normal man. And she was his assistant. But he had a bunco booth, and what it was a magic booth that a man would do tricks in the past. It was called a bunco booth, and that's why I call him bunco booth, because I think there's some magic involved. Ta-da! Anyway, we're moving on. Oh, fucking hell, we're 90 mile an hour here, guys. I've been talking an hour, but this is going to go quick. I'm going to show a video soon of a muting up. These are interesting photos. There's only a few. We're going to go through these quick. I love big bunco boobs. Wrecked koala cracks me up. I love koalas, and I love wrecked koalas as well. I've never held a koala. No, I've never seen a koala. I did have my teddy bear as a kid, was a koala bear, and I loved it deeply. And so these are of Prague, a city I went to 2 years ago. I was going to see my mate Patrick, hang out in. Well, we just visited you, but I was in Kaski Budovitz. And Czech Republic is amazing architecture, and it's a city of bridges. And I did get to see some unbelievable stuff. Like I went into the opera house, seen some mud flood evidence at the station. Check them lampposts. Is that just for aesthetics, guys? What is the point of this setup? There's a wire going up to this as well, a wire coming off. So I don't know if this is the days of good old gas, but that looks like some sort of technology on there, not just a decoration. It's beautiful, isn't it? And look at all that on the roof. I'm guessing that's on the opera house. And you see this kiosk? They're everywhere, and they all got Antiquitech and Four Angels technology, creating torsion physics, guys, toroidals. Yeah, just like the structure of the place we're living in. What's the chances? So they are definitely significant in the story of what went before us, because whatever the history books are telling us, that's a bag of shit, as we've established here. So yeah, I didn't get to walk around it all. I didn't get to see the clock or anything. Couldn't go far. We had a couple of hours waiting for the airplane to come home. And for what I did see, I was very impressed with. But the towns I went to, like Tubar, Krumlov, and other towns, were just like this. Old world. This is like a Gothic church, but slightly different sort of Gothic church. Very, very synonymous with that part of the world. So yeah, a lot of mystery around the Czech Republic, isn't there? It used to be called Czechoslovakia. The Russians were there for a while. They weren't really welcome there. Notable things that happened. When I was in Tubar, it was the place where Heinrich was assassinated by the local resistance militia against the Nazis. So they weren't completely into the regime. There was a bit of thing going on there. Also, doors here in these columns on either side of the bridge. Look at that, guys. What is the point? Maybe there was a toll. Are they still building that? There's some men doing something on it, yes. And there's some gantry. I think they're laying the part paving for it. And I think these are the slabs, the paviers. Yeah, I think for sure that's what's going on there. In the reset world. Look at that. And look at the size of that palace, that place up on top of the hill. I've got Lee Van der had images of what that looks like inside, and it's just so yeah, I'm not sure what river goes through Prague actually. Should check on that. It's the Volta. I'm not sure. So yeah, I love all of this old worldy sort of Germany sort of. Disney do that, don't they? Or why is all just Disney stuff set in like Hansel and Gretel and Cinderella and all of them, set in a German setting? Why? Yeah, because it's like really strange. I know, because they're taking the tales of Hans Christian Andersen, he's Dutch, and the Grimm brothers, who is Danish. So there's that. But what a name, them Grimm brothers. Yeah, that's a really strange name, isn't it? It's pretty fucking grim as well. So I wonder what's working the tram. Is there a horse in front of the number 86? God, there's not many people around, is there, guys? Wow, look at the top of that church. Does that look like the... I don't know, Kay. It just makes no sense. Look at that. Doesn't that look like the Disney Palace that you see on the Disney movies? That Disney castle. Maybe there's something going on with that as well, that Disney castle. Because that looks just so like, the Wizard of Oz Emerald Palace or something. Whoa, Reichstagage. Check this out. Old world building, massive, flood-proof, and exhibiting sort of first story entrances, big windows, upper veranda for floodage. I wonder if that's glass up there, the dome. Difficult to say. And look at that thing up there, just a little door. So you can get out your balloon and go straight through it, probably. Yeah, fucking magnificent place. And that lamppost is just to dig that. Wow, got nothing like that in the modern day. So bollocks. And if he did have it, it'd be covered in fucking stickers. Somebody go around and scrape all the stickers off, because that's super annoying, that is, stickers. Yeah. Little fucking, what's them extinction ones and all these other new little fucking culties that have just up and coming since Rona, and then they just like, they're awfully angry as well, aren't they? That's what they're doing. They're using these organizations that are government organized to vent anger, and they are being set up for a fall. There's no doubt in my mind. We're being watched. Acting like a twat in this place has got severe consequences later on down the road. I got know that. I've been around long enough to work that much one out. Yeah. There's severe consequences for twatty behavior in this place. Wow, look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? The sun there. Oh, I need to drink something. So yeah, how many people? I don't know how many people there. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending your time. 400 of you. Thank you. I appreciate you being here on a Saturday. Got lots to go as well in this show tonight, and lots of funny things later to usual, Brian. I'm sure it'll all be in the realms of decency. We'll see them. Okay. Yeah, the city of bridges, absolutely beautiful stone bridges going over the river. Thank you, Frenix. Thank you, everybody, for being here anyway. Do appreciate, like I said, guys, this little thing we got going on, I think I should appreciate more. I do really appreciate it, but I mean, it's just so fantastic, and I overlook that sometimes doing my research, thinking about what we have got together here and what we did do with YouTube rather than spunk it on wasteful things. We made decodes and picked apart antiquity, and there's been plenty of people in on it as well, doing it, coming up with results and their own decodes in all of this. Of the older world, locked into older photographs, hardly any population, vanilla skies. Great. So here's the clock, and I think that clock there, which I have covered on my posts, I think that designates outer worlds as well, and when the sun from the second sun flips around from the outer worlds in this elliptical and comes around this way and gets hotter, and the ice melts. But don't worry, because it doesn't flood, because there's plenty of room out there. What happens is that it makes loads and loads and loads of more farming and real estate and ground, because that's, you know, how they keep us all in slavedom, is shortages, short of air, short of food, short of this, short of that, where the opposite is true. We could be in great abundance. I've got shitloads of grass outside. If you planted all of that with food, I'd have shitloads of food outside. Unfortunately, they won't let that happen, will they? Thanks, fellas, for holding that building up. So they said to these big guys, hold that building up, and they turned into stone. So I thought maybe they were stupid. Oh, look at that. Eagle's wings open. You never, ever see an eagle in any iconography with his wings closed. There's a reason for that. The size of that door. That's why he's standing next to it, so you can see and appreciate the size of the door. Wow. Amazing. 2 side doors and 1 door there. What kind of establishment is that? Could be a coach house. They were quite popular, coach houses. So yeah, I went into the opera house there. There was a load of elites going in, dressed fantastically. Oh my God, if you only had nice clothes, just fantastically. And I was like, and they're all like, because of the upper crust, all quite, you know, nice looking. And they all went in there, and the woman, like we said, could we just take photographs and look around? And me and Patrick are like just like blokes in it. So that she was like lovely. She went, yeah. Didn't give a fuck that we were in all dolled up to the nines. And yeah, so we took photographs, and it was just opulence, like you wouldn't believe. My eyes were popping up my head. The other half live, I was thinking, my God, these opera houses are just fantastical. They are. You can see I'm not big on opera, and I guess I could sit through one as long as it's not Wagner. But yeah, I guess I could sit through one and appreciate the finer qualities. You know, I'm not a total fucking Philistine. For Angels Technology again. And I do appreciate the finer things in life. And classical music is definitely one of them, especially when music comes. You know, if you think of food and you get your greens on your food that are good for you, that's what I think of classical music. You know, I like everything from Fatboy Slim to fucking, you know, fucking Hawkwind, but everything in between. But I chill out to a bit Mozart, a bit Chopin. I'm not big on Beethoven, if I'm honest with you. It's not my thing. Don't float my boat. Rock me, Amadeus. So yeah, I went in a castle that looked like that. It was severely melted. It was basically the bottom of it was like all melded into the stonework. It's like, well, it doesn't look like the stonework has attached itself to the stone. It looks like the stone was liquid, attached itself to the wall, and then solidified. And that was in Krumlov Castle, the best kept medieval town in Europe. Amazing place. I got all film and photographs, and I'm not even sure if I've even published any of that. It's just 2 years after the affair. What would be the point? There's a lot of blocked off windows in there. So yeah, it's cheap to get to the Czech Republic. If advise anyone to go there. Ganja's legal. It's all groovy. And the police were really friendly, which is really unusual. I wonder where that goes. Ooh. So yeah, they got a lovely little society going on. Their food's fucking scrummy, and they got like clean, and it's not like Britain. They're not, you know, I'm not going to say the words, but it's not like Britain at the moment. Looks like that's the synagogue, doesn't it? Maybe. Is that Star of David? Looks like. It's got a thing underneath. It's got two weird jazz hands instead of, a landing platform for blue. Two weird jazz hands again. Jazz hands is good for seconds and hour counters. Hours a minute, I mean. So there's people ghosting there. And it's haunting. All of them people are dead and gone, man. Everyone in all your pictures are dead and gone. Actually, all the pictures, mostly of World War II, most of the people are dead. It's like craziness. I can't even get my head around that. So everyone's gone. And then it's like since I've been around, since there's 2020, there's been a shit ton of people born, haven't there? And they're like the millennials and that. They're a strange lot, aren't they? They grew up with a telephone, the mobile phone, so they have a different input and different. Their brains are wired differently. Their brains are more like wired to like Metal Gear Solid thinking. You know, dun 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 dun. That noise probably happens in their head when they walk down the road. Millennials, the male ones maybe. So yeah, they're a strange breed. That is the future of humanity. So that is what was it? Children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way, in the immortal words of Whitney Pitney. Well, we're going to leave the world to all of them. What are we going to do? Maybe they'll just get it together. Okay. Maybe the music has definitely got to change. We need some good rock stars. We need some good stuff. Yeah, we need to have a load of new musical talent brought in. What the fucking hell is that? We need a new Led Zeppelin is what we need. What is that? Is it all melted? I'm tripping out there. It looks a bit like Gaudi's cathedral, doesn't it? What do you reckon on that, guys? If you turn to me in chat, I got to present. I'll scroll back and read. I can't sing a Vic Art. I just pretend. Mr. Marmite's got a one-track mind. We all like pie. A nice slice of pie with Aunt Sally. That's what we need. Okay, well, there's a lot of strangeness going on here at the chateau. That's like a mishmash of architecture right there, isn't it? Lots of things going on there. Okay, let's move on. Quicker. Right, that's inside somewhere where the elites have just spent all their money on chandeliers, polished floors, and ting. Look at that thing up there. Don't know. God, it's so hot. I'm going to point that fan towards me a bit more. Excuse me. Because I am sweating conkers, as they say in Wales. Okay. So, yeah, they used to make us sing hymns in school. Or one of them they used to make us sing was, "Oh, Jesus, I have promised to do shit for you till the end. Your servant and your slave." Something along those lines. And also, there is a green hill far away without a city wall. Quite like that song. I can't remember how it goes now, except for that bit. Where Jesus Christ was crucified and died to save us all. Yeah, so they made us sing all of that. And then Morning Is Broken, Yellow Submarine. Even before we went in the class for lessons, we've been totally fucking brainwashed. It's like, and they'd nudge, and I wouldn't sing because I wouldn't pick up a prayer book and stuff. Yeah, because I'm like a skinhead. Get your head kicked in for praying. And they literally hit you. Or hit you with a stick or something. Like one of the teachers had a long stick. It's like, fucking pray. You get it. I swear to God, guys, they fuck you up for not praying. It's like, fucking pray. Pray harder. Like, fuck off, sir. Stop swearing. Bang on the head. Sir, fuck off. Pray. Pray harder. I am praying. Look, my mouth. Okay? So fucking twisted and weird, isn't it, guys? Jesus. Woo. Anyway. And then I go straight into my class, get my mark, and then run across the car park to go over the fields and take drugs. And then come back for my dinner, and then they either have grabbed me or not grabbed me, but definitely the day after I go in, and then I'd have the cane again. Because if I went into class anyway, they were going to cane me, so I may as well just go on the bunk, because you're going to cane me anyway. So it was like catch-22. It's like, well, I'm in the shit all the time, so I may as well just do shit all the time. So I did. So that was it. They did that. Now, I know it sounds like I may have been really naughty in school and a bad, influence on the other pupils, but that's not quite the case, guys. I was voted class captain. Oh, yeah, I was. Well, they were all stupid, though, wasn't they? The teachers. And there was that. Fucking deal with all them. Let me explain something to you, teacher. They wasn't really down with being told how things were by a child. Wow, what the fuck happened there? Well, it looks like a building's been incinerated and melted. We won't even go into the narrative, but there's a lot of antiquitech on there as well. So, yeah, they were pleasant. But we're moving on. My flat and day pics. But first, I'm going to come back for a second, find out what goes on, and read a few comments. Hi, Dusky. What's going on? Joining me in my bedroom today. I may go and have a lay down now in a minute for 20 minutes or later on while you watch our... while you watch another groovy decode. Because I know how you guys love a good decode, don't you? So much beauty, it's gone forever. Well, it's not gone forever, Kate, because I've collected most of it and I will present it all on Flat British. We keep the beauty. Oh, he had to mention the cake, didn't he? Trust you, Mr. Marmite. What do you know about the cake anyway? Yeah? It's only wrong if anyone finds out. Okay. The cake. Shh. Crack a bits. So, Spider Senses said Martin was live. Yeah, man, Turk. I'm live. Did you hear it through the ether? That was me, causing ripples, fluctuations in the Force. The Force is strong with this one. I am. I'm a Jedi Knight. Yeah, you're all Jedi Knights too, guys. Yeah. That's why I ride bikes down hills with my eyes closed, because I know the Force is looking after me. Oh, I'm starving, Bonnie. Suze. They locked up the girls in the sea. I don't know what that is. Okay. Ooh, Martin, do you think you had it bad? I went to Bishop Atlanta. Lizzie, Bishop Atlanta's posh as fuck. I went to Glanely, and then the Echo printed Glanely as having basically the worst record of any school in the whole of Wales. And we won that 2 years on the trot. Us and Glendaru, both in Ely. I'm sorry, you can't compare posh ass fucking Llandaff with Glanely. But yeah, Bishop Atlanta, yeah. Oh. I'm an Elyite, love. Gaining wisdom. Ooh. Okay, we're going to move on. Now, I'm going to show a video shortly. We're going to show some images first. And we're going to have another decode. And I'm going to show some more images. Oh, I love cheesecake. What is that CA pack, Martin? I don't know what he's saying. You know what I mean? Pie can't always be bad because the sin of pie is always boom, boom. Do you AI your jokes or is it just naturally funny, Hugh? I don't know. I'm trying to work it out. It's too good. If it's too good to be true. Yeah, just saying. Jeffrey? Okay, let's get back to the juice, guys. We have a drink. Because I spit in peppers. God, I'm sweating like a bastard. Look at that. Okay, so images of the day. Now, there's a lot of interesting stuff in here you wouldn't have seen before, and even I hadn't seen before this week, a lot of it. So it's all new and juicy imagery for you to brain fondle, and it will all be good. Okay. Flat a day Solstice Special. Let's go through some images and see what we can come up with. Is there? I wish the top of this saying wasn't cut off. Excuse me. So yeah, there's a lot of beautiful stuff to be presented. So 77, divine number, isn't it? What we got on this? So it's the old wings open, eagle's wings open, the old hourglass, which is 2 Tauruses, isn't it, with an inertia plane, constant reminder, and 4 time is always from the flying. Yeah, time flies. Got better make the most of it while you can. Ooh, that looks horny, doesn't it? Have you ever slid on a banister before? Yeah, don't do it if there's one of them at the end. Mind you, it might not be that bad. So isn't that beautiful for a banister? See the toroidal in it? There's a lot of Phoenician decoration in here. Can you see the fleur-de-lis in there? Full Phoenician stuff going on there. So I don't know what the goat of Mendes, I'm guessing that probably represents. You know, like I said, the goats get bad press. You know, the Welsh guards, they have a goat that follows them in front of them. It's their mascot. That's what I was thinking of. So yeah, Mesoamerican. You got the Incas as well, and the Mayans have also got bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. When was it invented? Indeed. So yeah, check this out for a bit of India architecture. So steps. I'm thinking people are really, really little. And on top of these columns, they built 3 pagoda buildings. How do you get up to them and how do you get to that door? Anybody? They didn't have vimanas, did they, or flying machines? So grapple hook, giant ladder. How did they get up there? Food for thought, isn't it? Right, so I found an artist, a German from the 1800s, Frederick, oh God, mind fat. But he did this sort of artwork, which is akin to pre-Raphaelite, but not quite. But it's that pre-Raphaelite theme of sumptuous materials, colors, and beauty of the world that went before us, because this is what they all had. I'm not liking this hat pin. We know what happened with Trotsky and the ice pick, But maybe it's not going to end badly. But she is a female after all. You know what Young said. That might not be true. Okay, I'm giving that the benefit of the doubt. Okay, that wouldn't affect me anyway because I'm a sovereign being. So there's that. And can't be manipulated. Check that. Oh, but they could try. The purplers. So yeah, what did they do all day? Because AI has got all the jobs in the past. They fucking didn't freak out. They had beautiful surroundings, covered in colour to go with the juicy goosey buzz that they got on, and they played a bit of. I'm guessing Stairway to Heaven would be denied. There's hookers, big hooker there. What do you think she's smoking in there? Fine tobaccos, maybe. And they look Arab, but they're not, are they? None of them are Arab, really. Maybe her. But what beautiful surroundings. They don't need windows because, you know, it doesn't rain. So, Cardinal Sin. Cardinal, he's getting a bit bored and he needs some local girl from the village. Go and collect one. Maybe. I don't know. So, let's have a look what's in the background. Nice big city. Looks a bit like London. Don't get too close to a candle or the fire, love, is my advice, because that thing's going to go up like a wall and you will not survive it. Look at the old world. Would you like to live in a world like that? Because I would, guys. This is like my dreams. This is like popping out of my dreams of everything colourful and beautiful and no dog shit anywhere, guys. Yeah, no vandalism. None of that going on. So yeah, AI's doing all the work. So you laze about all day, listening to music, playing music, doing artwork, thinking about things. Because you've got plenty of time to think now. You're not worried about like how you're gonna pay the rent or how the kid's gonna go to college. Because all that's sorted. Because everyone's got everything they need now. Now's the time for she's passed out with whatever's burning in the incense thing. She had bells on her fingers and bells on her toes, and she shall have music wherever she goes. When I went to it, I've been to Istanbul twice, right? I don't even remember seeing a female. I don't. Can't remember seeing. I thought I was going to go and see belly dancers and stuff, but it turns out the place was deadly. So I had to like eat in hotels because got followed by gangs who were going to murder us. So there was that. So both times. Fucking place is deadly. It's like, no, man. Fucking hell. So, yeah, I love the carpets. See these carpets here? That's the Iranian Air Force. Got loads of these. So, America, you're in trouble because they got loads of flying carpets, you know. Ooh, I duck over that quick in case AI takes offense. It's better than taking a gate, though. Always take a fence. Never take a gate. Oh, this is a happy little thing. Under a microscope, I can't say this is true until I check it later with my electron microscope. Under a microscope, grass appears to be smiling when it rains. Happy grass lot, guys. Does that make you feel fuzzy? Makes me feel fuzzy. Fucking love happy grass. What about this? You younger viewers probably think these are something to do with war. No, they're not. Okay, these are what I would regard as tie stick. Yeah, so that's tie weed tied to a stick. Tie stick. The smell, the fragrance was second to none, and the effects were the same. Anyone remember tie stick? Fucking hell, guys, that was mad, wasn't it? Fucking comatose for days on that. I'm not even joking. So, killing with style, yeah? So, you're a knight or something, innit, yeah? So, you need some good weaponry, and you got money, yeah? And when you kill people, you're killing them with respect, yeah? Because look at this stuff that's going to do them, yeah? It's knife. But, yeah, and beautifully embossed weaponry. I bet this ceremonial, because you wouldn't want to get blood all over them, would you? Not really. So, there's that. Yeah, these are beautiful weapons of the elites. I don't know whether they ever use them, like I said. That one, I've seen one of them in St. Fagan's museum. They had a multi-barreled gun. It was absolutely amazing. This one, fucking hell, it's like a machine gun in your hand. Awesome, isn't it? Brilliant. Right, see the green in here? This is a beautiful example. It was belonging to this lady here who was an American elite. And it is, this dress is made of velvet, which is treated with mercury. And the green is dyed with pure arsenic. That is a lethal dress. Dress to kill. Oh, I should have called this vlog Dress to Kill. It's too fucking late now. I can't rename my video, can I? Let's have a look at some Art Deco stuff of this period and see what groovy things they got going on. So that's a ring. I don't know if that's a power stone inside, but I appreciate the trippiness. Emeralds and ginormous diamonds in the style of Four Angels. So we don't have nothing fine anymore, do we? Right, this bandstand, this RiseAbove, has got all of the stained glass still in it. So it's a mixture of the stained glass technology that we'll talk about very shortly, and well, whatever's going on with Rotunda, round shape toroidals, Chi energy amplification. This green as well is also included with arsenic. It gives you that vibranty green. This green is absolutely beautiful. It does something to my head. I had a toy car when I was a kid. A sports car was this green, close to this green, and it always reacted with my Brian, you know, this color green. I don't know why, something about it with me. So yeah, connected with what I'm going to talk about after this is the technology of cut glass, yeah, like lead crystal. Now, I have a lead crystal vase over there. I bought it in Poland, Prishninka in Poland, and the shop specialized in crystal. So I bought a ton. I bought a load of crystal, brought it all. Terrible time getting that through storms and shit, wrapped up in my clothing to get it back to Britain. But yeah, I bought like apple made of pure crystal, and some vase which I have on the windowsill up there, pure crystal, which you could get really expensive, fine quality items back in the socialist days in Poland if you were from the West, and all you had to do is flash them dollars, and you could buy fucking gold. Just honest, do you want to see they used to come on board with the suitcases, open them up, and it'd be just full of gold jewelry and shit. But I didn't splatter on that, all of my money on that. But the chief engineer, he surely did. And it turns out to be like ounces of gold for like, honestly, fuck all, $10, $20. Just craziness. They're selling it all. Yeah, there's nothing. Back in them days, there was nothing that couldn't be bought. I was a millionaire in Poland. I swapped, what was it? First time I went, I swapped $60 for 250,000 Deutsche Mark, $250,000. Oh, fucking I ate in all the best hotels. It was brilliant. So we, at that time though, the Westerners, we represented wealth they just couldn't even imagine, and they were a bit jealous, I think. So I don't know what this is when I'm rabbiting away. It's an item I picked up on Facebook. Somebody posted, a woman Luna. So yeah, it's a dome with Antiquitech. It opens up in segments like a Cadbury's cream egg or a Nepalese temple ball. Inside is, well, Hindu deities. I think that's Shiva, the many-handed one. Looks like Shiva the destroyer. And inside also Indian deities. So it's very beautiful, obviously Indian, and it looks to be made of brass rather than gold. Maybe it is gold. If it is gold, it must be worth a fortune. Excuse me. Wow. Imagine making that thing. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, look at this. The fattest man in the world back in 1890. People paid to see him. And he's just like, he's pretty thin compared to normal people now. It's crazy, isn't it? Fat men were rare. I can remember when I was in school, there was just one fat kid. Oh, look at this. It was in the newspapers today. As Britain battles to stay cool in a heat wave, and doctors warn, don't put ice lollies up your ass. I think that's fair. Don't. I know it's hot, but it's bad reaction. Okay, clubbing people to death in the past, I'm thinking, was not the case. And this is why. These are maces that were used apparently in the past, a weapon for like a shillelagh for bashing people over the head. Okay, maybe. But what I noticed with all of the maces is they have like a bit at the end here, like this, a different colour. All right, maybe it holds the ball on, but I'm thinking these acted more like tasers, which is too decorative. They got these bits on the end, you know, these, rather than, you know, smack people on the head. It's like the guy's going to just have an eagle on his head, impression of an eagle. It's not guaranteed to kill, is it? It would hurt. 1819 that was from. 1819 mace for bonking people on the head with. But they all got that thing on the end. I think there's more going on, oh, excuse me, with these. Like electromagnetic technologies, like I thought with the batons, you know, the general's batons. And scepters as well. But yeah, you can crown somebody with that, but I don't think that, like, that's stupid. That makes no sense. Why is it shaped like that? I can think of much worse. So these are pictures of a witch's grave. She's got divine sevens, and I think the threes, 333, double that, 666, 777, divine principles. But it could be also the Trinity, couldn't it? The other one. So they were. Glass brewer, died 1925. She was the member of a sisterhood. It was really strange, like a female sisterhood. The daughters, look at this. International Order of 12 Knights and Daughters of Tabor. I've been to Tabor. That was the town in Czech Republic that I mentioned earlier that Heinrich got murdered in. Tabor. Been there. Glass brewer. Glass brewer. So, Friends of the Temple, so Masonic, Temple number 97, Batesville, Arkansas. So, the Daughters of Tabor. There's loads of these orders. I bet there's really ancient orders people are born into, and they just keep it undercover. They're undercover. And I bet you know, like the Illuminati or the, you know, the ones of the Dan Brown book, Angels and Demons. Lena Gardner, she was also 1923 Starlight in tab number Batesville, Arkansas. International Order 12 Knights at the Daughters of Tabor. And they were witches. Isn't that interesting? This is a camera that was remotely controlled and tied to a pigeon. This is what a pigeon sees. Hi, Juicy and Lucy. Hi, Magra Walter. Hi, everybody. Hi, Michelangelo. Let's move on. San Francisco calamity, an earthquake that there wasn't, and fire by Charles Morris. He, on his cover, has the call center falling down. Why would he do that? It didn't fall down. There wasn't even an earthquake. Curious. I'm not sure. This is a clock. Not a clock, a clock. Look carefully. I'm not sure. Right. I read this book last night. I was intrigued of what it was like to be dumped on Ascension Island, which is a dot near the equator in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So back in the days of back in 1725, sodomy was punished by being true and exact relation, right, of what best to do with one Leonard Huffelschlop, a Dutchman who, by command of the Dutch fleet, was put on the shore of desolate island of Ascension, faithfully translated. So what happens is apparently he got caught with another ship member, okay, and the other ship member who he was plowing into got killed and executed, and they sent him off to Ascension Island on his own, and there's no one on the island at the time. Okay, the book is 33 pages, day to day, of how he survived. He did it. They gave him a cask of water and a little bit of food, and then they said, "You're on your own." Fuck me. There's nothing on the island. There's just, he found a bit of water coming out of rocks and stuff. The thing's just a rock. And basically, after like 2 months of logs, trying to survive, killing puffins, collecting turtle eggs, this sort of thing, and then it just goes dead. So I'm guessing, and then they went to Ascension Island later and they found this guy's notes, and then they wrote a book about it in 1796. It's a bit different to what's going on in Cardiff City Centre at the moment. It's naked men walking around. They don't give a fuck. It's fucking disgusting. And it's all apparently okay. Police says, yes, okay. It's like, he's got an erection though. It's like, yeah, as long as he's not touching it, it's absolutely fine. It's like, right, fucking keep then. It's me that's wrong, not the world. So this is a whole new realm of voyeurism. Okay, there's a couple in a boat here, but I don't know if they're on dry land. It's hard to say. But there's a guy, and he's in a vessel with a unicorn and a cat, which he's stroking, and a chicken, and he's got a pipe that's connected to something so he can breathe, and he's underwater and nobody knows he's there. Nice sodomy book. Well, it doesn't go into any details of what happens. It's more about his punishment. But yeah, it's very intriguing. So here's one of these ballerinas from the old days. Basically, they go up in a ball of flame. See these crimpy things they wear? Apparently, it's called gauze or something. It was treated with a chemical, and ballerinas went up like a ball, like in a ball of flame. Like, so some people think they live on a spinning ball in a vacuum of space. So this is the geode. You ever seen this? So, well, this is what they say happens on this Earth thing that they say they're on. If you take the water off, the world looks like that. Apparently, that's spinning. And apparently, all these bits are filled with water. Yeah, I know. Looks like a Ferrero Rocher, doesn't it? Ah, the father of electricity. A good Welshman. Here he is, Benjamin Franklin. And he's harnessing electricity using his kite, and it all just apparently spins off from there. But nice how they use a founding father in the narrative for the birth and discovery of usable electricity, isn't it? I like Benjamin Franklin, though. So what we got here is a very, very detailed picture. I think it's Japanese, maybe. And it is of... Sorry, it blurred up when I magged it. It's got mermaids there. You can see the mermaids there, starkers. So it's a map of ancient map of fairyland, and this is where all the fairies live. So I think that could be there, man. It's just a little realm close, and look at this. He's really alarmed that his friend is turned into a flower and got all vegetation growing on his head. I'm not sure what's going on, really. Strange behavior. How long have Walkmans been around, guys? Because this is out of an 1800s photographic literature book. And this guy has got a pair of headphones and a box, which is not unlike a Walkman. Just wondering. This is chaos. This is utopia and dystopia. Around the edge here in all of these lanes is the chaos of a dystopia, and in the middle bit here with the giants that you see is the utopia. Utopia and dystopia in alchemical depictions. So Arthur Conan Doyle, do you think he fiddled with the photographs? Interesting chap, Arthur Conan Doyle, I must say. He's pretty intense, isn't he? And apparently he believed that was his wife in a photograph, which is probably why he wrote all of, wrote what he did, but more detective stuff. But you know what I mean. Elementary. A splash of a drop, first series, a drop of water is documented. It's So what I'm wondering is, the guy that drew this picture, how did he slow the raindrop down, or the drop of water down, enough to be able to witness the splattery that water exhibits? We do it through time-lapse photography slowed down. How is he doing it? Because he wouldn't be able to perceive it. It'd be over too quick, you see. Again, another question. Look at these fine fellows. I'm not sure if these are all Indians. Donald McKay and Jack Captures. What we got here? Captures. Okay, well, they're fine looking chaps. Look at the hair on this one. He doesn't look very happy. Well, they're really vibrant human beings. Oh, look at this. This is a baby in a Los Angeles alligator farm. See all the little baby snappers? Oh, they're just playing with him. He's not in danger. They're little crocodiles. Crocodiles, another thing, got bad press. I'm sure they're cutchy. Yeah, just don't get on the wrong side of one. James Bond film, Live and Let Die, did more damage to the alligator than anything. I'm sure that they're all right. They've been around long enough. Pufferfish, they're proper happy. Thank you, Magavelli. There's loads of interesting little snippets you wouldn't have thought of before coming up as well. Happy pufferfish. And they build star forts to impress the ladies. Okay, this is ostrich feather dyeing. Now, why is dyeing called dyeing? Like, and I mentioned cloves have dye in them, like treated arsenic to make a green dye, and you dye if you wear it. Is there a connection with dye and dye? Navy blue, magenta, pea green, and bronze. Dyes. See, they're overlooked as well. Dyes, I think, as well. So, in memory of the victims that were crushed under capitalism. Dear, that's just like about everyone, then, isn't it? That's a failing thing. Ooh, a continuous bath. Yeah, I hate when bath goes cold. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just loll about in your bath, little pile of things on there, the candle going, some salt, Epsom salt, and just keep it going for hours till you wrinkle right the fuck up. Innit? I love a bath. So, interestingly, in this old picture, this guy's on I don't know if he's on a flying carpet, but this guy just showed up out of a hole in the rocks. Doom, de doom, de doom, de doom, de doom. He goes on with his business. Who even knows? Okay, this lady. Let me try and remember. Yeah, she's a bit of a psycho. She was a criminal. She was called Wild Katie. That's a nickname. She looks wild-haired. They all like that in them days. You didn't have too much in the old hairage, unless you had a waiting maid. Look at this then. This is freaky. So this is like a tarot, right? And there's a lady and Jesus or an angel shows up on a cloud. And look what's behind his head. Isn't that the radiation sign? It looks like the radiation sign to me. Radioactive. Oh, what a fucking shit show that was, wasn't it? What a day that was. Oh, what a palaver. We've never got over it, have we? It's been like 9/11. So what's all them words on top of Jesus' thing? I thought it just said Henry. No, there's all other words. Why is he covered in spots? Obviously in a medieval setting, because all of this happened in the medieval period. Early, I would say. I don't know what's going on there, guys. There's somebody messing around with his middle bit. I hardly any pictures or photographs of Jesus with his clothes on. He always seems to be in like that. Sort of degrading. So what's with the skyscrapers and massive buildings then at Jerusalem? Looks better than it does now. What's going on, guys? Anyone? So it's like a little Glastonbury setting, isn't it? So it's the medieval period. Everyone's lazing around on the grass, buying some things to watch the crucifixion with. Crucifixion! No, they said I could go free. Oh, okay then. No, I'm only joking. See, if that was really, if it happened the way they say, geez, God would have been really pissed that they fucked up his son, and then everybody would have been killed. Maybe everybody did get killed. Oh, right, bats. A bat's not cute. Anybody tell me bats are not cute? Spots are to represent the tortured body. Well, I thought that, donut, but what did they do? Burning with cigarettes? Fuck's sake. Is it the Flay that did that? Flay is like, maybe it's just bat artistry. I did think it over. So, yeah, bats are fucking awesome. Look how cutchy looking they are, and funny and lovely and happy. I seen a furry bat, actually, when I was in Czech Republic, and it was fluffy, and I fluffed on his head like that, and it was just the fluffiest little fella you've ever seen. Lume Electrique. So this is from early 1800s, I believe, or 1830s, and it's showing what electricity is being used at the time. Big valves and light bulbs. Look at that luminous blue color, a bit like plasma lamp here. I bet they were more like plasma lamps back then. What this? Hypnotized man. Thrown out inspiration environment. Okay, he's like literally hallucinating a cow. Non-hypnotized man has a camera receiving and registering a picture of his environment. So that's non-hypnotized, and this is a hypnotized man. See, they've been using that against us all the way along. Or something else we overlook. Sometimes hypnotism, we forget all about it. We could have been hypnotized. We could have been like doing like chicken, like pretending to be a chicken down the high street. Hypnotized. Okay, this is obviously a Japanese picture. So there's a Japanese deity, I take it, on the back of a spidery thing. And this lady here has a bell in the water. I don't know. Okay, lobotomism in the church to make you act right. We're just going to put this into your brain, squiggle it around a bit, make you act right, and then you're going to do what we want you to do. Okay, don't like it. Tough. Eventually you'll get to like it. So, Waffle House. This is the first Waffle House in humanity. It was in a Renaissance picture, as you can see. The family is toasting a bit of waffleage. I bet they have maple syrup. Beautiful bread. Looks like a nice pork pie. Ooh. It's nice, isn't it? I can taste them waffles now. I bet they're lovely. So, yeah, there's the orb. And I think they fly it. You see God fly in it. You see other deities fly in it. There's Death fly in it, the Grim Reaper. Oh, apparently he's got really bad breath, so I've been told. So just remember that. So Punch's Almanac. In 1879, Edison's telephone scope transmits light as well as sound. So in 1879, they were proposing a wide screen television set in Punch's Almanac. Just let that soak in a minute. See any of this stuff. Do I give you enough time for any of this to register? Pork human DNA found in it, man. I won't worry about that, Jay. You breathe skin, so that's basically cannibalism, isn't it? So we're all cannibals, really. So there's that. Okay. Every time you go out, you breathe somebody else. You're like literally ingesting other people every time you step out the door. Did you realize that? Where did you find out about shit spores? Okay, the hierarchy. Don't leave your toothbrush near the shit spores. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on there. It just looks like you start out here, you get here, and then you end up dead and old. Sounds like a lot of fucking fun. Yes, please. This is obviously magic mushrooms in the past or some sort of psychedelia. This guy, he's been drinking this, and this is what he's seeing. It's good stuff. we show mead is just what we think mead is, or is there something else in mead and wine? Because, you know, don't really hallucinate on drink, do you? So here's one of those futuristic French diagrams you can see. And this is like showing you in the past what the world would be like in the year 2000. And he's showing you kids with headphones on receiving information of books, like a computer, like AI, which is really happening now. How is it possible that they could know this in the past? Okay, this used to be the Victorian freak show. And this is nothing on the streets of Britain in the modern day. God, you walked on any city street in Britain in a modern day, yeah, that's nothing. This is nothing. It's much kookier in British streets in the modern day. Like, really kooky. Don't see the fucking weirdness going on. Wow. So these are Cherokee Indians. And let's have a look at the Indians. Oh, yeah, Hiawatha. They're not, though, are they, really, guys? They're in silks and stuff. They look a bit Phoenician as well. And they got tattoos and stuff. And they are Cherokee. And they came to London in 1762. And he's got a pipe there. I wonder if he's smoking. Peace pipe. So, yeah, they're not really fitting with your, like, Hiawatha idea of the Indians, have they? With feathers and... Are they? So, because that's bullshit. Ooh, ninja training. There's one of those clubs there. Look, he's grabbing him on the fucking cheeks and he's giving him a cheek rip. Yeah. I said to him, if you're a real man, wrestle me naked. So, okay, this is very, very, very Freud-esque or Jung-esque, I would say. So this is a philosophical study of the mind. Terra is Earth, and it tells you where everything is situated, but it's in, unfortunately, Latin. Terra mundus sensibilities. Your sensibilities are there. That explains a lot. And then all of that there, intellectual. It seems to be exterior, maybe. Principles and angels. Ooh. Well, Deo is God, isn't it? So that's, they say, like, I don't like mentioning fucking Richard Dawkins, but that book he wrote about saying that we were all hard coded to have a divine experience, like something in the program that makes us, if we think about God, get the God experience and the God buzz, but it is just part of the program. These are Ottoman headways. Yeah, I know. Bonkers, isn't it? Look at this bloody big thing here. It looks like a big marshmallow. And it's boiling bleeding hot in Ottoman land. Something else going on with that. I don't know. Each to their own. Okay, did you know this? If you drown, don't go and get a crash mat or somebody to resuscitate you. Get someone to put a pipe up your bum. Apparently, it's the most effective method for recovering a drowned person. And this is from 1746. Just put a pipe up their bum and blow. What's that, put air into the lungs? Guys, I don't invent the realm. I know. I'm really sorry, but this is history. So here's God tripping me out. Look at the colours on this. Wow. He's in a fiery portal. I hope nothing happens to him. Just watch his... I hope he watches this vlog about dangerous clothing. So set square. I wonder if it's opened at 23.5 degrees, just like the Masonic compass, just like the apparently tilt of Earth, whatever they say. 666. So here's photographs of real Persian women, and that's what they look like. But they dress like that every day, and lays around like that every day. Fucking hell. Can't buy this stuff in Primark, can you? Peeps Ghost. This is interesting. I do like Peeps stuff. I've looked into it. Into everything, really. My back's hurting. But I'm gonna have a little break in a minute and mute off, and then we're gonna watch a little video together. His wanderings of Greater Gotham. Gotham is real. His adventures in the Spanish War, together with his minor exploits in the fields of love and fashion, and his thoughts of thereon. Now deciphered in here, set down many annotations by Edward Emerson Jr. Interesting. Pepys, Samuel Pepys is really interesting. Look at this. Oxford Flatland. The romance of many dimensions. Oh, day and night of this wondrous strange flatland. 3 dimensions spaceland. No dimensions pointland. 2 dimensions flatland. And that is out of out of there, Oxford book. Let's have a look at that bottom bit to do with the building. All men's door, cellar. Therefore, as a stranger, give it welcome. Not sure what that is, but fucking hell, flatland. Ka-ching. Check this out, another punch entry for 1907. It appears that these have aerials on their hats, and it says a wireless telegraph, and that was in Hyde Park in London. Yes, I know. It's not what they tell us in school, is it? It's like, oh, that's amazing. Look at this Bible study group meetings. Look like they get a bit of fun. I know. Where are you going? Oh, I'm going to the Bible study club meeting tonight. Is that what you do there? Oh, nothing. Right. Like bridge club, innit? I think goes on. Now, if that was in my telly, I would watch it. It's a little package. That'd be worth watching, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah, man. Do you know this guy? Plays an amazing guitar. Something's off. It's like a weird version of the cover of Rumours by Fleetwood Mac. Only without the dangly bits. Oh, this is not AI. They're this cute. Don't cry. I know he's like a little baby. Little baby. But he's not. He's a little bat. I want to kiss it. British people, when the weather goes to above 25, this is us. Yeah, man, we were doing all the old Sarah Conneridge, we were. I don't, hotter the fucking better for me. The puppies, little baby. This was this morning, and it's been taken by Michelle Colborne. I think I bought and purchased one of her pictures in her shop. She's a photographer from Glastonbury. Thousands and thousands turned up at Stonehenge, and thousands turned up at the tour. The wind was down, and everyone turned up to watch the sunrise on the longest day, the day of the solstice, medieval music, and the buzz must have been off the radar. I can't tell you what it feels like up there, and to experience that as well. They told them nobody take tents, and what do they do? Yeah, fuck off, make us. So yeah, Britain's just, there is some fantastic aspects to Britain, guys, and that is our older origin that we still hold firm with this, which you might call pagan, but it's not. It's the Britons, and our land was taken. Right, let's get rid of that. I'm going to come back for a second, because what I'm going to do is show a video for a little while that I uploaded this week and got it fucking hijacked by AI. But it is juicy and it is a real good effort. It's only on for 10 minutes or so. I'm going to share this and I hope you do enjoy it. I'm going to mute up while I share it as well. Okay, guys. See you in a minute. Welcome back to the Martin Liga channel. Hi guys, glad you could be here today. Much love to you all. Today we're going to learn about Windows together. In fact, after this post, you will never look at Windows the same again. And I think there are some significant discoveries that I have made. I've done a decode of some books, one book called Rose Windows, and I've found out some important things connected with Antiquitech. Now, the questions we're going to be asking today are, what did people use before Windows? Because according to the official narrative, the Romans were the first to use glass, although their glass was uneven and not very transparent, and it was made of soda lime glass, which gave it a pale blue color. The Romans were also known to use uranium in their glass. Whether or not they knew the properties of it precisely, one can only wonder. They also did glass blowing. So, windows of antiquity. Okay, let's talk about windows of antiquity. They are portals of power. It's a hidden knowledge, guys. So windows weren't simply openings in walls. They are much more than that. They are more than architectural features. They were designed with precision, infused with sacred geometry. They had forgotten properties in the windows, which I'm going to talk about shortly. And resonance and energy could flow through them. In Tartarian architecture, the windows weren't just for light. They were for frequency, and they were frequency amplifiers designed to harness ether forces. Glass and mystical properties. The Romans pioneered glass windows. But what did earlier civilizations use, guys? Well, you may be surprised to know that before we used glass for windows, we used crystals. We used crystals polished and polished stone. And even, dig this, liquid filled panes that altered perception and chi energy flow. So, housed in the windows themselves is sacred geometry. In the windows designs, Gothic windows, for example, here, designed with perfect mathematical precision. Every portal focuses etheric energy. Stunning circular stained glass masterpieces crafted using special materials that enhance light diffusion and durability and even symbolic power. So beautiful. So what are they made of? Well, stained glass, this is what we're looking at here, is made from silica, which is sand, and potash and lime. Stained glass is infused with metal oxides to create vibrant colors. Gold chloride, producing deep reds. Cobalt oxide, creating beautiful blues. And copper oxide, producing green colors. Also, what you find in rose windows is lead cames, and lead cames are the separators between the windows, and this adds for durability, also for allowing for forces to pass through. You may be also surprised to know that in the past they used alabaster. They used alabaster sheets instead of glass, creating a soft, glowy effect when sunlight passed through them. Beautiful. So iron supports as well are used in large rose windows that require reinforcements, because some of these windows, these rose windows, weigh many tons. So yeah, sacred geometry, as we know, cymatic patterns. The tracery. which means the stone frame. And the stone frame tracery uses precise mathematical ratios that enhance spiritual resonance. Spiritual resonance that they understood completely in the old world. Incredible are these doors. I'm just wondering, why would you make a door phrase so absolutely massive and high, and then beautiful, beautiful decoration inside glass? I notice a lot of the Victorian houses here where I come from in Wales. It's still got a lot of beautiful stained glass in their entrances of their houses. Look at this old building, all the antiquity and all the glass. So yeah, now the only conclusion I can come to by what I've just said is that this was a highly prized technology, was Windows. It was based on feng shui, energy flow, directionalization to enhance using light and color the individual that's behind the glass window. Now, this could well be the reason for the window tax. Now, the window tax didn't just happen in Britain, because I've got examples of windows blocked up in Calcutta, for example, or windows blocked up in South Africa, for example, which makes no sense really, because it was only supposed to be a tax for the UK, Britain. So for some reason, worldwide, a load of windows are blocked up. This is a pretty window in Glastonbury, in Somerset. And lights as well, in the Art Deco period, used colored glass, stained glass with lights to come through, because light is a frequency, as I'm sure you know. Can you imagine walking through that liquidness of color and how juicy that would feel? Absolutely beautiful. And also the greenness as well, copper oxide, but they're using uranium in glass, the Romans. And this is in my last post I posted about antiquitech being used for electroculture in greenhouses for post-apocalyptic food supplies. And that is what's going on with the Crystal Palaces. They were repurposed giant greenhouses. So yeah, everything you see in this picture is a type of technology. If you could see sound, the sound would look like this. And the light, blue, blue, electric blue. That's the color of my room where I will live. Blue, blue. And the sacred geometry, the golden ratio, all infused into these beautiful designs. All windows of the Victorian era, beautiful decorations. They also put tape across windows in the wall to stop them apparently shattering. Art Nouveau, beautiful, Tiffany-esque butterfly lady. That would be perfect. So yeah, this is a technology that's been robbed from us, I would say, guys. The technology of stained glass and the special properties that went into it, that would affect us in a certain spiritual nature. This is an important overlooked technology. The rose windows themselves, lots of them were replaced in the 1800s. The context of the glass was changed. Some older windows I've witnessed tell a different story than maybe the Holy Bible says. A story of Tataria, which I've witnessed and took photographs of in some older cathedrals, like Llandaff Cathedral. But as I said, most were replaced. Wow, look at that Art Deco fireplace. Beautiful. Sunken floors of the 1970s. These people knew about how to decorate their ceiling with a lighted dome of stained glass. They knew all about it. So yeah, even looking at it, I've always loved stained glass, guys. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? And there's sort of a face in there as well. They sort of put like sort of geometric faces and shapes, butterflies. I've got artificial stained glass on my windows beside me now, but it was tape that I put over to give it a stained glass effect. But the light still shines through really prettily, and it's got butterflies in it. Oh, look at this. Art Deco light piece. Imagine this thing falling. Whew. But absolutely stunning to the eyes and soothing to the soul. It's the technology of Windows. And I suspect the role of uranium in Windows and also radium in Windows, surprisingly. Here are some examples of some windows or glass from antiquity, just a few to finish off this post. It's a quickie today. This is a requiem box, or for reliquary, I should say. And they got glass there, glass cup upside down there, glass ball there, and this really thick, oldie world glass. What is it for? Well, it's for keeping a bit of a saint. Does it enhance the spiritual energy of the saint's bones? Very possibly. Very possibly. Yeah, they had a luminous glass, transparent, that illuminated light when the light went out. It's just the Romans had uranium in glass as well. Now, I do have pieces of uranium glass myself when I do, well, basically radiation testing. But you can see that this glass here is not Roman, but it shows you that this has been treated with uranium. And there are special properties of uranium as well. And it's not all fear with uranium. I can assure you of that. Look at this piece of antiquity. How beautiful is the green and the turquoise blue. See, just looking at items like this fills your soul full of joy, and especially glass. I have had a go of glass blowing once, guys, when I was a teenager in Blackpool in Lancashire when I was on holiday. The secret or the key to glass blowing is don't suck. Just don't suck. So, like most people do. So, yeah, these beautiful swirls. Some of these are worth an absolute fortune, glasswork is. So this is a Roman vessel, glass bottle, and apparently it has vinegar in it. And a reliquary box. Absolutely stunning. And beautiful stained glass. Now I have excuse me, lead crystal glass. I do have lead crystal glass in a vase that I bought in Poland, in a Przeźnica in Poland back in the communist days. And these are Roman goblets, and as you can see, they give off light, and they've been treated. And glass beads as well was big in the antique world. Excuse me. Look at that. Excuse me 1 second. Make sure to subscribe and share this video out. Just a few more images to share with you today, guys. Look at this thick glass bit in the middle, a sort of whatever would be kept in this container. I'm guessing would be infused. So I'm guessing this sort of water, this glass technology would affect water as well and structure it. We've also decoded in the past bone china, as you know, had a special frequency to it, which is why the elites like a cup of tea, and they used to like using porcelain or bone china. Bone china, as you know, used to have bones in it. And according to the narrative, one British king, I think it was James, used to have human bones ground into his drinking vessels. Other things that are made of glass, mirrors. Now, remember the big deal with mirrors in antiquity, convex mirrors. Now, I think these mirrors had a specific glass, silver on the back, and special properties within the glass that did different things that the mirrors do today. The mirrors of the past are an enigma. There's no doubt about it. You can see here the Chinese, they were making glass really early on. And I know the official narrative attributes it to the Romans, but that's what got me thinking, you see, guys. I thought, well, what about ancient Sumer? Didn't they have windows? What happens when it rains and the wind blows? Don't apparently alabaster or even crystal, or liquid in panes. Wow, before windows. Who knew, guys? Blows my mind, all of this. Look at this beautiful red. I'm guessing ruby or stained red glass with dragons. Beautiful. So yeah, all of these are absolutely ancient, and the quality of the glass, how they survived through antiquity, is beyond me. It's supposed to be such a long time ago. Ooh, that one's a bit macabre, isn't it? So yeah, luminous, radiation-treated goblets. And photographs. Obviously, all the early photographs were used on glass plates. So glass had a big role in early photography as well. I'm wondering if they were using special glass. Glass beads for eyes in antiquity. These are old statues from antiquity. You can see glass beads or glass eyes. And some of them look super duper realistic. Quite spooky, actually. So, and the evil eye. So I think that's a fish rather than eye. It's a fish eye lens. I think this one's been treated. This green looks like it's been treated with some sort of special properties, namely uranium. As I said, you know, uranium glass, I have some to play with and do radiation tests. Son, I think, ordered it in Australia. But look at this. I'm not even sure what glass this is. It's absolutely beautiful. The way they made it, I haven't got a clue. It's not been blown per se, has it? I wonder how they do this. The glass is like liquid and they just make faces out of it. Beyond me. So yeah, uranium glass. Speaking of the real value in the iridescent glass, seen uranium? Before placing your orders for iridescent glass this season, look over the wonderful collection of valued offers in radium. Radium. So yeah, radioactive properties in glass as well, which is and it also in watches, as you know, to illuminate watches. Other things made of glass, ships in bottles. Some bottles. I love to collect beach glass. Blue bleach glass is one of my favorites. If you can get a green as well, the old bottles of green, sometimes blue. They're medicine bottles, I believe. And this is what they would have looked like. Now, I used to collect Victorian bottles at the rubbish dump, the Victorian rubbish dump when I was a kid in Leckwith, and I dug up things called pot barrels, which were not dissimilar to this, with a marble in the neck, which you'd have to break the bottle to get the marble out, but no one really did. Pot barrels, they were called, and they were from the late 1800s when they had soda inside them. I wonder how they got that in there. Yeah, ancient world. It's nothing but mystifying to me. Frosted glass of the ancient classical world with paintings on them. Survived all that time. These are obviously more modern pieces. But I definitely think that it infuses the liquid or whatever's in there. These, can you see on this piece of glass here? Now, if they are scent bottles, they put a cymatic pattern into this one, a special geometry. And I'm thinking that it infuses whatever is inside here as well, maybe a little bit of geometry going on. But yeah, cymatic patterns in glass. Absolutely fascinating. And I'm guessing that's amethyst, but this is from ancient Greece, as you can see. This has been infused in it's got a silver serpent on the top, I think, in a piece of glass. And also holography, a holographic image of a lady that is housed in a ring made of glass from the classical period, from ancient Rome, they say. How is that even humanly possible? There's many things we don't know about antiquity, but one thing is we learned a little bit more about windows today. Let me know what you think in comments, guys, and I will be back very soon with more juicy content. Ooh, I'll never look at windows the same again. See you on the next one. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like this video if you did. please share this video. See you on the next one. Much love. There's much beauty in the world. Yeah, beautiful items there. So yeah, I will re-upload that in the week. What it is, the reason I didn't upload is because I uploaded it twice and it was just winding me up. So I'm like, well, I'm not doing that. I cannot just add it to my weekend ting, because it is very beautiful and it was good decode too. I definitely think a lot of these bigger crystal palaces look like greenhouses for a reason. You think post-apocalyptic times, what do we need? Hi, John Fletcher. Food. We just rely on them so much for our food. You know, not all of us have got the ability to grow stuff, but believe you me, when I had the ability, I did. Gold V, thank you. Oh, are you lovely? She's lovely. That's V. That is. It's Vanessa, isn't it? Exabinia, lovely. Colorado Pip, awesome show. We're not quite done yet. We've got some awesome juice left to come, and another one of those little rides where you'll be thinking, "Oh, I never knew that." So, have you learned anything? Have you learned anything in this episode that you never thought of or knew before? I hope so. Amber windows. This lovely Polish person says, "Imagine the light coming through amber windows. Beautiful." Yes, lots more juice yet, and lots more to think about. Okay, time to expand your Bryans. Fabulous flat day. Yeah, so happy solstice. It's the longest day of the year today, so I'm going to run a little bit longer, make this extra special show. Make sure to share this out if you like, and on with this show. Let's get some more juicy pics to play with, shall we? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's start here. Flat day, second load of pics that I chose for you. This is interesting concerning what we think about is happening with antiquity. Check that coming up at the top of the church machine. It's pretty too, isn't it? I know. Really like that one. Okay, blowing her breath upon him. What? Hang on a minute. What's going on? So he's had a bit of an heart attack, so she's just blowing her breath at him. That'll bring him back, will it? Like I said, a lot of these pictures are infinitely strange and have strange narratives behind them. Yes, more juice. Okay, let's move on. Let's have a look what we got. So this is a depiction by Theodore de Bray, who depicted the people that lived in North America when they arrived, and they're not exactly what you'd think of as being Red Indians, because they got blonde hair and blonde tashes, and the women look like this, and as you can see, they got blonde hair, blonde tashes, got a Phoenician thing going on here, but she's got a star and a crescent moon, so that could be interpreted as Moorish, but she's got the shoulder lions, which is definitely a Phoenician touch. So when apparently Columbus, etc., go off, you can see he's chopping heads off of Dutchmen, go off, and then they discover what the natives look like, which I've shown on many documentaries. They are not Red Indians. Red Indians are not in America. These are called Floridians, and they're very much Nordic looking, and they're very much Phoenician looking. So it's safe to assume that the Phoenician sea peoples had colonized and been in America before Columbus even got there. I don't know. It's a trip. There seems to be a lot of blood dripping around. I'm not sure if it's all good. Let's have a look. It looks Japanese to me. Let's have a look. It is. There's a lot of symbology going on. Oh, there's the Arabs down in the corner doing praying. So yeah, in the past, you go into one of these things, which is a Rotunda binoculars, loads of pillars all the way around. So that definitely amps up the chi as well. And then you got some amazing structured water fountain inside. This stuff must have been amazing for us. amazing, really. So this is an old narrative. In Germany, apparently there was this wild beast, and it wasn't a werewolf, maybe, but it was attacking and eating the locals, as you can see, and cattle as well. They chased it away, and they hunted it down as well. But unfortunately, I can't read that old language. Guess I could get AI to do it, but it's just too much work. Wholesome advice against abuse of hot liquids. Hey, are you a hot liquid abuser? Particularly coffee. I'm a coffee junkie. Chocolate. Oh my God, I'm a chocolate junkie. Tea. Oh my God, I'm a tea junkie. Brandy. No, I don't do brandy. And strong waters. Okay, with directions to know the constitutions they suit and the use of them may be profitable or hurtful. So it can like be really groovy or completely fuck your life up. That's 1706, that is. So yeah, coffee, chocolate, and tea were thought of as being bad things. Look at this beautiful depiction of a fully electrified expositions. Floodlights, canals, just like Venice. So yeah, I'm going to Venice in a while. Flat earthers are congregating. Apparently, check this out. So the weekend I go to Venice, and the flat earthers are going to Samago Square. Make sure to check out the details below. It's well worth going. But apparently, the same weekend, Bezos is getting married there, and there's protests and shit happening all over Venice, you know, against Mr. Amazon and stuff. So it's like, you can't make it up. And so Mr. Blue Origin is in Venice, and the flat earthers are in Venice at the same time, is what I'm saying. You can't make it up. That'd be a hoot. Yeah, check out the star footage, guys. This one's floating. No, it's not. But yeah, check out the star footage spikes. You know, looking at plans of a star fort too there. Well, they're all identical, you know, not all identical, completely different, but they're all like star forts. So you only got to like look at your own to go and see what the enemies is looking like. This interests me. How Ethiopians, even since the 1400s, 600 years ago, look the same now. Look, they have that high brow, don't they, Ethiopians? A bit like Somalians, but they definitely have that high brow thing going on. And they look like this now, but they got this Christian thing going on there, and they got loads of secrets. I think Ethiopia was a proper advanced civilization. That's why Mussolini wanted it so much. And there is a possibility that Ark of the Covenant is there, and holy relics too, and they're protecting them in a modern day. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, so there's some mystery around Ethiopia. You know, they don't teach you nothing about Ethiopia in school. All I knew about is the jokes we used to say in school about Ethiopians, terrible it was 1980s, because apparently there was a famine, and then they had Live Aid, and that's all I knew about Ethiopia was the famine. And well, there's a long story behind that. I could tell you evidence that I've got that it was just a moneymaker and disgusting to it. Did you know Michael Hutchins' millions are still missing? He was worth an absolute fortune. Michael Hutchins in excess. His millions have never been found. There's something going on with that. I wonder who had all that. Some of you don't like Mondays. This is Nantucket Beach. We love Nantucket. Never been there, but I bet it's a lovely island. And they had a big thing, like bouncy monster on Nantucket Beach in the past. Nice, isn't it? It's where all the Nazis went after World War II. They rehoused them in Nantucket Island and then put them in the space program, or in NATO, or in Paperclip, or whatever. So yeah, they used to have auto polo. At first, when I thought about this, I thought, yeah, it's really stupid because you could go around on a car with a bat eating a ball. But they have water polo anyway, don't they? So it's weird, isn't it? One name is Polo, like after Marco Polo. Again, Venice. So they do glass making in Venice on Monroe Island, isn't it? Where they do all the glass blowing and stuff. So I'm hoping to see some Venetian glass. Don't think I'll be able to afford any, but it's going to be there to see, isn't it? So yeah, I'm really interested in Venetian glass or glass. The thing is about glass blowing, as I explained on there, is don't suck. I had a go of glass blowing in Blackpool. I was on holiday once. It was really good. I went like that, with a pipe, and it worked. I did it. I don't know what happened to the item though. Anyway, I don't know what's going on there, guys. It's not even like mud floods everywhere, wrecked, ruined world, and some strange alchemical plasma reinduction thing going on that I couldn't explain because it's all way beyond me. This is interesting. Injecting the Tartarian system by champion of needle process. So this guy looks a bit maudlin, doesn't he? He looks a bit miserable. So he's basically embalming, isn't he? So yeah, he's dead. Ram a straw in the back of his Brian and then pump him full of. Is that all you need for the whole body? Look at his face. He looks really miserable, doesn't he? Oh, see, I don't like that being dead with all these coroners. They might be tampering with you, you know, especially if you're attractive or something, laying there on the slab. I'm sorry, guys. And you know what? After you're dead, they take your bits. Did you know about that? They mix your organs and they take you. I'm telling you, it's fucking terrible. That's what they're going to do in this hell realm when you're gone. But you won't be there to be fucking bothered anyway. You should be doing the next thing, next level. Level ups come in. It's going to be brilliant. To tell you what, I'm getting ready. I am. Are you getting ready? Come with me. You're not going to stay here, are you? No. Thought not. Anyway. I don't know. This is apparently a copy of the earliest recorded tarot cards and their Phoenician. You can see this Phoenician butt thing that they do. And the top of the column is being chopped off. He's got like a Captain America shield and he's fighting a big hairy yam. Whoa. See, you can only ever see things like this on Flat Earth British, okay? Hacho is a genius. Do you believe in Neanderthals? I wasn't really in the camp of Neanderthals myself because it's always on like National Geographic and stuff. But I do think Cro-Magnon and other elongated head peoples did exist in this place. I don't think it's what they say, Neanderthal. So these are stereoscopic skulls of apparently Neanderthal man, who is not a human, by the way, but a Neanderthal, according to paleontologists. Wang, wang. Ooh, radiolariums, them little things that are around in the water, in the sea, and they swim around. And these are different versions. And once talked about by Rudy Marley and Lee Fatbush, who brought this up. And even John Levy mentioned it, the similarity between radiolariums and antiquities, antiquitech, and churches, and the structure of antiquity anyway, all resembles radiolariums. But it's a Phoenician paradigm, watery weakness. It makes perfect sense to me that they would do that. So I wonder if she knows what she's doing. Apparently, this is an electrical device, okay? The inhalation of ozone property mixture with atmosphere air. A simple method of the author is not surpassed by any. Stop one nostril with the pressure of a finger and tip while snuffing up the ozoned discharge through the other. 2 or 3 minutes of inhalation will dry a runny nose and snuffles. Fucking hell. Brill. Oh. Mucous membrane. Okay, fucking hell. This inhalation, deeply drawn into the lungs, is helpful for stimulating expectoration in bronchitis and drying the secretion. Oh, so it dries your chest out. Let's have a look. Wow, I should have read that first. I thought it was a vibrator. It's a curious little picture. It's not something you see every day, is it? Cherubinuskis, and the lion, the monkey, has a human wrapped up. But it's all that Phoenician vegetation going on. Like I said, it's not something you see every day. Insert glass into nostril. This is an Armenian wife. Isn't she probably pretty? So yeah, the Armenians are potty as well. Look at this. You ever seen that film? What is something or other of pomegranates? This is like this avant-garde 60s film with all like really strange people. And they're all dressed like ancient Armenians. I don't know the meaning of the film. I did watch it, tripped up a bit, but it's good. It's worth a look. Very artistic, very artistic. What if at one time this realm was occupied by animals, intelligent animals that were like this, or monkeys like this, dogs and cats and pigs? They show you in so many pubs, dogs sitting around playing cards. Maybe they got dumbed down and ended up dumb animals out in the wilderness, and they were occupying this place at some time. And maybe we weren't. All the animals getting on together, occupying the world, and they got shunned off into the wilderness, and the people came. Just a thought. I don't know. I know they look like spirographs, but these are sort of spirographs. And these are from the 1800s, and they're doing geometry, but with light. And it was photographed. I love spirograph. And I love this sort of geometry as well, because it says a bigger message about fundamentals of reality. So these are two chicks in Houston, Texas, a city I know and love very much. She looks a bit miserable. She's not miserable. She just got that I'm a Texan attitude. She's probably got shotgunned on the side of it. But look at their shit, how beautiful it is. And that, look how old, I'm not being funny, look how old that building is for Houston. It's an old red bricker, and it looks mud floody. It's mad, isn't it? Houston got torched, burned to the ground, that city as well, and rebuilt. So the Lord's Prayer in Indian Sign Language. Okay, well, I'm not going to study it all, but let's see what the Lord's Prayer is nowadays. Our Father in our Father in heaven, sacred thy name. Okay. Thy kingdom come, there, that bit's good. Thy laws on earth sit on the same as in heaven. Day after day, good food give us rub out. Our works bad, and the same as we forget those who do unto us bad. Okay. Lead us not into road bad. Keep us in roads good, I guess that is, because thine the kingdom, thine the power, thine the glory forever, amen. Well, that's trippy. Should have done that one in school. Look at this, Middle Ages marijuana. Herb cannabis, and this is from the fucking 1400s. They know about the properties of Mary Jane. Isn't that nice? I bet it was amazing back then before this fucking Frankenweed. Right, we got here the aeroplane and a submarine and a blue boat and the airship. Now, this weird islands, I got the book. I'm going to decode it. It's from the late 1800s, and it's showing you all like crazy futuristic stuff. So I'm going to decode that. See this lady? She fell asleep and they turned her into stone. Looked like she's just nodded off down there. Look at the Phoenician nose, though. Square face. Really strange that she looks Phoenician. Talking of Phoenician, let's have a look at some Phoenician paintings. Wow. I think that's instincts. I'm not sure. But yeah, look at the satanic face there. I'm not sure. I should brush up on Latin. Now we've got AI. If I can ask Latin, do Latin for me, AI. Dominate du patrie. I don't really want to think in Latin, though. It's like spells, weird stuff. Like that. Yeah, check this out. Buffalo, and the volley centipede, I guess you could call it, from 1870. And it's a 2-dog power chariot. 2-dog power chariot. Like it. Get big dogs, go quicker. This is trippy. Look at this. Teeth painlessly extracted by steam power. It's a bit overzealous. It's like the Orgasmatron on fucking Barbarella, isn't it? So yeah, massive thing that pull your teeth out. Nice. This is good. Dürer, the famous 14th, 15th century artist, he drew pillows, and he said that he could see faces in them. Can we see any faces in Dürer's pillows? Yeah, I see one there. So yeah, he must have been on some stuff, this Dürer, because his engravings are just so trippy, all of them. So he drew pillows. This is haunting. I wonder if she ever thought that she'd make it this far, whoever she was. There's only a little glimpse of who she was, one eye, looking with curiosity on a glass plate, overexposed and fucked up glass plate film. But she's still there. The mystery. Oh, I love it. Okay, these are from Tahiti, including the middle one, but she's probably Australian and gone to Tahiti. So they're like hula hula girls from the Pacific. So I'm not really bothered in the cruelty with the animals. I'm wondering what this city is in the background for the Middle Ages, because it looks like skyscrapers. There's that. How to make a dragon fly. This is good. So yeah, basically a rocket pack on a dragon. Okay, that's what they were doing, making rockets out of dragons. Makes perfect sense, actually. And this guy is not a guy, he's a robot. And what does he do? Well, you can only wonder, because it says here that he can play chess. Chess automation. How are they doing that? So I start with my pawn, and he starts with his pawn, and then he does a bishop. How is he going to know? It's just mind-blowing, isn't it, that technology? And look at the divine principles in the Buddhas. I didn't realize that. I bet you all the Buddhas have got these divine principles put into them. I got Buddhas all over the place. I have bathroom, bedroom, side of me by ear. So yeah, automatons. This one, it's in a museum, but it plays a flute. Plays pretty good music as well. Apparently, there it is back in the day. So it's just a robot, and it plays beautiful flute. It's mad, isn't it? There it is. So there's loads of things we don't know about reality. What about this one? In 1719, Paris prisoners were offered freedom if they married prostitutes and moved to Louisiana. Fuck yeah. Sounds all right, doesn't it? Okay. Get out of the way of the revolution that is to come. It's all right, isn't it? Bit of all right. So, Union Street Station, or what the fucking hell's going on with this in New Yorksville? I bet you there's all sorts under there. Or was. So, yeah, it's like it's built for giants, isn't it? But it lets in loads of light and it's beautiful, look. Just what you need. Tell me that is not very beautiful. That green electricity, that green lighting, that colour. Really gets me. When the first time I saw that photo, I was like, oh, a gasp. I was like, that's so beautiful. My God, imagine the world looking like that now. Instead of fucking Taipei. Anyway. Well, there's no point grumbling. So another beautiful rotunda building with gardens in the middle. People are absolutely tiny compared to the size of this thing. Glass dome, blend the light in. So you can grow everything in there. So Anthony Hopkins, Hannibal Lecter, yeah. I would like to go back to Wales. I'm obsessed with my childhood, and at least 3 times a week I dream of going back. Well, Anthony Hopkins, doors open, come home baching. Okay, I'm sure you don't really eat people with a nice Chianti and some fava beans, do you? In the Illuminati. This is brilliant. Look at this. This guy, Darth Vader. I destroyed whole planets. I tried to kill a baby. Tried. Okay. I conquered Wales during the 1280s, executed its leaders in the most extreme fashion, taxed its people into the ground, and attempted to eradicate its culture. Edward I. There you are, he's a winner. Beat Darth Vader and the baby. The guy who tried to kill a baby. We haven't forgotten. None of us. Dock leaves. These are dandelion leaves, right? Different types of dandelion leaves. Monsanto are getting their mitts on these. Have you seen that? Have you read about that? Yeah, man. Apparently, there's properties that kill all sorts of things. One disease in particular, beginning with L, that is pretty bad, like blood thing that you die of. Apparently, it's a cure. And Monsanto getting is out and getting this stuff. So dandelions are known to have medical properties, but I tell you what, much more than we think. My rabbit loves dandelions. I love dandelions. People, you misheard me. I said the skin off your peanuts. Okay. Let's have a look at a couple more pictures before I shoot off for the day. I hope you've enjoyed the show so far. 370 was stuck around to the end. Dandelion wine. I've never had it, Crazy John. We'll slip through a few more vintage photographs, considering there's people here. I've been going for 2 hours. Coming up to 3 hours. Welsh Travel Blog said the Welsh love cheese, wine, and rustic bread. We don't. Wine. That's French. No, that's not true. So they do like wine. No, we're looking at Manila here, okay? So let's have a look at Manila. The thriller from Manila out in the Philippines. Got a lot of shit on the pavement. I don't know if that's just shit. But the place was obviously did all right since the American intervention of the Philippines. But there's a lot of colonial architecture, very similar to like New Orleans-y, I think. But yeah, there's not many people around, as you can see. Tree at the end of the street, and the roads are made of dirt in Manila, late 1800s, 1880s till 1900. These pictures, so they advanced. So it had a big fuck off earthquake. You know, it has an earthquake, doesn't it, down there? And the Ring of Fire. Sorting of the Ring of Fire. That's like beginning of this vlog. Yeah, a tower fell down in an earthquake, and it's a building as well. But that would have been interesting. Look at this thing. Okay, there's a load of guys in pith helmets, Westerners. They're the ruling class, and they put up a big column. And on top of the column is not a statue. It's a orb thing with a weather vane on top. Okay, well, that's different and that's new. First time I've ever seen anything like that before. It's not exactly a backwater, is it, the Philippines? So that looks colonial French. So that would be the influx of the East India Company, I guess, is it? In this part of the world. All them islands, though, it's just mind-boggling, isn't it? You know, Malaysia, the Philippines, all. What do we know of these places like Sumatra and Java? Java's like an island like 10 times bigger than Britain or something. I couldn't even tell you the capital. I know nothing about Java. I'm not sure I do want to know about it, but look at that. Oh, weird looking tower with blocked up windows again. Blocked up bell tower. Why are they blocking up the windows in the bell towers? To reduce the technology. The whole thing's a bell tower. Earthquake again. Took out another bell tower. I bet that made a bleeding din when that was falling down. And a bit of that old Spanish looking church. Oh my God, that one took a crackaroony. Whole thing never fell down though, guys. Okay, the whole thing's gone. It's Jesuit church. Okay, that's the missions, isn't it? The Christians had a good foothold. It's a Christian country, isn't it? Philippines. So, it's not the same one, is it? No, fucking hell. Right. Well, that's seen better days, hasn't it? Look at all the reeds and plants growing all over it. So that's way back in antiquity, that is, isn't it? Would you built that one? And there's a bell already in it as well. Wow. Okay, there's a bell still in it. Bad windows, blocked door, blocked window. Wow. Okay, that is insane. Why is a bastion that big? I've never seen a bastion that big. These bastions, they're pretty normal for an elevation that high. This is a high elevation, but a whole block bastion. That must be a really substantial structure. That's why you never fell in the earthquake then, because of the bastions holding that wall in place and then popped out. Looks Chinese on the bottom end. Looks British on the other end. Looks like an old viaduct up there, an old bridge. Can't see much of it. It's out of frame. Whoa. Yeah, there's not too many people for it. Look at the size of this architecture for this city. But not too many people about, is there? There's one down there on a cart. Always find that. Again, clock tower, blocked up windows. Oh, that's the same clock tower, I think. Bell tower, excuse me. Okay, that's a very modern looking bridge. Okay. That looks Starforty. I think we're looking at the side of a Starfort. Yeah, that tower's crumbled. There's a dome. And some damage on the Starfort, which is still there, isn't it? But it has crumbled a bit. Wow, these earthquakes are nuts. This place must be after the earthquake or before. It's all glass windows all the way along. Man, imagine the light coming in naturally. How beautiful that would be. So that's a nice little pond, isn't it? What's that then? For tying off ships. Okay, moving on. Oh, that looks very German out in the middle of nowhere. That's a church or a... excuse me. Some sort of basilica out in the middle of a small town. Huge church complex. Again, bastions. It's not even that high. This church goes deeper. It must have. All the top bit looks replaced, by the way, and the other stuff looks completely shitty, dirty. Old Starfort, old reservoir maybe. Old though. Look at this: 2 domes on you and a tunnel going through, and it's all Phoenician. The Faceless Night. You can't make it up. In the Philippines too. It's just the Phoenician influence is in every corner of this realm. Yeah, it's all glass windows. They're all smashed though. See, everything is just not looked after either, is it? In antiquity. Anyway, things coming up. This is the Flat Earth meet. Is happening in a couple of weeks in Venice. It's all the Flat Earthers, and as far as I know, the media are going to be there to have a little giggle at Flat Earth. Is going to be there at the same time as Bezos, so that's going to be interesting as well. So that's most of what I've got to say. I've done a Vlivey this week. I've done 2 vlogs this week, and much, much more. My name's Marticus Von Shutyatrap. It's all gone dark in here, hasn't it? The night has descended. Waterlogged and building corner 2. Oh yeah, 3-hour show. Yeah, I know, JT. It'll be all right. Wrecked koala. Wish you a nice, memorable journey there. Be cool. It's not far. I'm in Britain, so it's like 2 hours. It's not even far. Yeah, it should be fun. Flat Earthers show up. It's always fun. And it's always good to meet people, and it's the Italian connection. I'm representative of Flat Earth British people. I'm going to Italy to meet the Italian Flat Earthers. So I'm going as a representative of the British Flat Earthers, I guess. Yes, that's right. So thank you, Joy. Mind melted. There's a lot of interesting info in there. Wouldn't you agree? I think so. Okay, well, don't have an hernia if you're having a gut ache. Yes, we have had fun tonight. I've enjoyed Solstice. I've enjoyed the groovy vibes. We have survived another day. Yes, against all odds and against all odds. Again, we got it. We're there, winning. Truthing. Being groovy. Truthing is groovy. I bet they don't get nice buzzes and all that. People are talking shit all the time, being nasty, do they? They're like, oh, it's so nasty then, I felt great. I don't know, it might feel great, I don't know. Just saying. I don't think so, though. Ciao, Bella. Bellissimo bambino. Pizza. That's all the Italian I know, really. I'm going to be struggling. Grazie, prego. That'll do. Great show as always. Thanks, Crazy John. You're always here, mate. Can't thank you for being here too. Fucking legend, bruv. Magic Nova's in the house. I haven't seen you though. Okay, blushing now. Ooh. John Gleason. Clay Pigeon. Ooh, you are awful. You have a great time, Martin. Thank you for being here. Yeah, come and join us. It's break pattern. Come and join the happy throng. See how it goes. We're going to make it happen. We're going to make an adventure. Come visit the Costa Rica. Costa Rica? Oh, fucking hell. Oh, yeah. Costa Rica, yes, please. Aruba. No, Costa Rica sounds fantastic. My Brian is juice. Good, nice one, Ryan, brother. Okay, I'm going to shoot off now. I'm going to do the rest of the day. It's absolutely boiling tonight. Bob, today's the longest day. I love that film. It's a brilliant film. John Wayne. Every film stars in that film, actually, but it's also so long. Water the Tree, thanks for being here. Lovely name, by the way. Isn't the longest day of the year? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Lips. It's the longest day today. Keep going, Martin. I will kneel. I will try my damnedest to keep the love flowing. And last bastion of sanity in the realm. I smoke under the porch lately because bats to wake up. Ah, the bats. So kind. Fluffy bats. Love them. Jay? Yeah, there's a lot of animals got bad press in this place. I'm not down with all that. All animals are groovy. It's just you, innit? It's down to you how you approach them. Yeah? I bet I could have a wicked cutch with a crocodile or alligator. Bet you any money. Have a roll around in the water with it. Oh, yeah, I can see that happening. I know what you're thinking. He's doing the death roll. No, he's not doing the death roll. We're having a hug. Okay. It's my little alligator fantasy out the way. Send an airship to the Aussies and then fly over. Well, if you start swimming now, you'll get there in time. You. I will cover what I can and post it up on YouTube. Try and go live and all the rest, obviously. What's that? Steve Rads, hey mate. Disney inspired church in the 70s, the Tin Drum, yes. It shows close-up tech of the bell tower. Yeah. It's a good film. Tin Drum, yeah. Thanks for that. Forgot about that. So I haven't seen the film in ages. There's nothing added to watch. Ciao for now. Thanks, Cosmic's Whirlgill. Okay. And Tara Payne's giving me big gratitude. Big gratitude to all in chat, all of you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending your time here and hanging out. We always make a good little time of it on a flatter day. And this has been an awesome little ride because it's on a fucking solstice, which is always a groovy celebration because I don't do Christmas and all of that cobblers. So Saturday solstice, that was it. So Benny Riley's in the house. We love you, Benny. Good to see you, my mate. Sven and the Viking. Shortest day in the Southern Hemisphere as well. Dinkley. It's been nippy as well, isn't it? Australia, so Campbell was saying. So yeah, I linked up yesterday my input on the Tatarian convention that was last Saturday, just gone. Shared on Elizabeth Hancock's channel, and I put that in my post yesterday, I think. Yes, yesterday. Which was quite good. Worth a look. Okay, thanks. So yeah, there's loads of events. There's one coming up in September, as you probably know, the Alleviate and Elevate convention, and also the RiseAbove boys are having a do in Bournemouth, and that's coming up in September, in August, bank holiday. I'll keep you updated on all of that as and when it happens. On the 1st of July, which is a week Tuesday, you can find me presenting in Truth Juice at the E25 Club in Birmingham, and that's not in Alabama, which I've done many times and is a top little venue. Thank you for another epic episode. Thanks, John Fletcher. Thanks 7-0. I sounded really Welsh then. But I'm Welsh, so there's that. Okay, it was a Solstice Day. Thank you, 7-0. I'm going. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like this channel and all the other groovy things that people do on YouTube. Kutch's Vic Art, Kutch's all round, and love thing, floofy love thing. I'm going to have a lay down on my bed now. Yeah, it's a bit, I don't know. It was so hot last night trying to fucking sleep with the fan right there. Yeah, I think I'm managed. Okay then, have a great night and a great rest of the weekend, guys. Keep an eye on my page. Anything that goes on, I just come back anyway, as you know. I will be around. So there's Hippie Shake. I'm omnipresent, as you know. Oh, thanks to Leah's Radio. It's nice of you. Okay. Jay, get some knobbly bits. Suit you, sir. The Lush Bro, good design idea. Thank you. All of that come up my Brian. That's what I think about all week. Decoding shit. Let's have a look at it and see what it means. Let's see if it's something else. See what it really means. Rachel, thank you for being here. And Kutch, if you don't know, in Welsh is huggages. As you know, huggaroonies. Small huggaroonies. Anyway, as everybody is saying. Kutte, Kutchich, Sippy. Thank you for that, lovely. And it is boiling. Oh, 2 degrees. Ooh, it's fucking boiling, yeah. And when it's hot in Britain, it's hot because we're on a tiny ass island. So is that? It's not the same heat as you get over there. I'm telling you, it's fucking scorcho, yeah. Whew. It's a Mexi fucking coat. Machiavelli. Oh, thanks. 5 years ago, you. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, I've been around for yonks. Flat Earth veteran. I had dark hair when I started. I wonder if I can 6-pack. So forgive me now. I'm 100-year-old. Fucking YouTube did that to me. Fucking MK Ultra. Let it be, let it be. After 3. Let it be, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, and they were words of wisdom. Let it be. Can you imagine if John Lennon had lived till now? I bet he'd have been a sad YouTuber. I bet you any money he'd been a truther, but he'd have been in the realm of fucking like, fucking Russell Brand. Yeah, fucking ShillTube. So, yeah, I'm trying to imagine John Lennon. He would definitely be truthing and stuff. I definitely think if he was alive now watching YouTube, he would have been a wiggly flat thumbist. I think they all are secretly. I bet you Joe Rogan is a wiggly flat thumbist and watches Martin when he's got nothing to do. Do you think? I fucking do. Fucking hell. He's mates with Eddie Bravo. Eddie Bravo been watching years. So is that. Thank you, Jesky. Yeah, I'm making myself unclonable, you see. So there's that. Oh, don't worry. No, I'm never going to do TikTok. I'm really fussed on it. And they're going to fucking get rid of it anyway. So bollocks. It's a nasty place to play for a fucking. And plus, you know, the human rights record that people run it. It's a bit suspect. Yeah, I bet they do. They do, Misty World. I'm a lovely little person. And everybody else. Thank you, Dallas, my brother. And Marty Nelson. Okay. Yeah, man. You hear Joe? Wiggly flat thumb? They wouldn't be able to tell you anyway. You get 1 million views then on a fucking YouTube video. Joe Rogan's in my chat. And they're doing it. So anyway, I gotta get going. I'll see you later, guys. See you on the next one. Have fun the rest of the weekend and enjoy the summer solstice. See you soon. Thanks.